What a perfect night for game day in Central Indiana. And for the first time in a long time, our cameras are at Hamilton Southeastern High School. The final week of non-conference play for a lot of schools around the state, including these two. North Central who beat Rebuff by 5 last week. Hamilton Southeastern still licking their wounds from a loss at Carroll of Fort Wayne a week ago. Tonight's game on ISC and MyNDTV, presented in part by the Ambrosia Hospitality Group. A legendary taste comes to Carmel soon. By the Ed Martin Automotive Group, the only name you need to know. By LIUNA, the proud members of the Indiana Laborers District Council and affiliate local unions who build Indiana. We are LIUNA. By Raising Cane's, game days are better with Cane's. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love. And by Wabash College, schedule a visit or apply today at wabash.edu. Alongside Lance Scheib, my name is Greg Rakestraw. And you know, coaches will tell you, Lance, you learn the most about your team or maybe make the most improvement from week 1 to week 2. Let's kind of take this team by team. North Central won 42-37. What was Colin Kofer focusing on after last week's victory at Rebuff?
I think Colin's big focus this week was attention to detail. There was a lot of self-inflicted offsides, delay of games, not necessarily doing your job or your eyes were in the wrong spot. So a lot of attention to details was the biggest focus, and those are great things to focus on and correct after a win.
The big question for North Central, you could see the formation of that offense led by quarterback Chase Grove and talented receivers around him last year. It was just they couldn't stop anybody by the time they got into MIC play. So the big question is, how much better on both sides of the line of scrimmage and how much better on defense are the Panthers in year number 2?
I think they're a lot better. I think they're vastly improved. I think they're still got a ways to go. Anxious to see how well they adapt from last week to this week, because I think they're going to see a steady dose of running this week. But I think they've grown up a year. They might still be a year away on defense, but they're a lot better.
For Hamilton Southeastern, I don't think it's a stunner they lost at Carroll of Fort Wayne. I think it was a stunner in the fashion in which they did. At one point in time, Carroll led that game 40-0. Carroll never ran the ball well, but man, did they sling it well against Hamilton Southeastern. Not the week you wanted to have if you're Mike Kelly coming back for the home opener.
Well, Mike is concerned just because of the fact he's going to see the same type of offense this week. And so I think now, we talked to him before the game, his big focus was eyes. He said, we are just not disciplined yet on the back end to do our job consistently. So that was the message and focus all week. Anxious to see how the kids respond.
Well, last year, North Central played a young quarterback, and he flashed. Last year, HSC played an even younger quarterback. Deacon Johnson saw time as a freshman. Now he's the air quotes experienced veteran as a sophomore.
Well, Deacon has got some big-time offers, really good young quarterback, anxious to see him play. They actually have 2 pretty good ones. He and Ty Griffey both are varsity-type players, but Deacon, a 6'2", 190 sophomore, but he's the real deal, anxious to watch him play tonight.
13th consecutive year that these two teams have gotten together. HSC owns the rivalry 8-4, and they have won the last 5 games consecutively. We'll take this quick timeout when we come back. Opening coin toss, kickoff, starting lineups, and more comes your way next from Everwise Field at Hamilton Southeastern High School. It's the Royals and the Panthers. It's yours next on ISC and MyNDTV 23.
You know, Wabash is a school for people who are serious about reaching their full potential. If you really want to be challenged, you really want to reach your goals, you really want to take the road less traveled, if you're the kind of person that wouldn't have it any other way, we have a culture here where people outwork and outlove every day. And if that's what you're looking for, then we're your place.
Ensure your family's comfort indoor this season with Summers PHC 19-point precision tune-up special for only $69. A tune-up of your system will keep your system running at peak efficiency, help avoid costly repairs, and extend the life of your system. Call or visit summersphc.com.
Good neighbors, great comfort. Summers Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
120 years in the game, our story runs deep. This is a new era. The look is fresh. The style is bold. Still the same pro ball club you love. An Indy tradition since 1902. In a city full of home teams, we're proud to be the original. Indianapolis Indians baseball. Get your tickets today at IndyIndians.com.
Team captains meeting at the center of the field. Rick Frank and his crew. Second week we've had an outstanding officiating crew for our contest on ISC and My Indy TV. Captains meeting at the center of the field. There is not exactly a breath of wind that would make a difference in this game. Temperatures in the upper 70s. A second consecutive glorious Friday night for high school football.
This is what you really dream of as a coach, where the elements don't play a factor in it, especially early on. I think they're going to see a lot of interesting things here early on in this game. Just see who got better this week, because film study is great. You figure out what it takes to play on Friday night. You're better with your body during the week. You've handled school and everything now for an extra week. Anxious to see who improved the most from last Friday.
Waiting to see the results of the coin toss as to who's going to get the football first. Again, it would not surprise me if whoever won the coin toss took the ball, because again, there is, and exactly, HSC wins and takes the ball, because I think both teams feel, Lance, they have to outscore the other one tonight.
This might be a race to 42 points. I'm sure it'll probably be a 7-6 game, but if I was a betting person, I would say bet on the over, probably 60 points plus scored. I just think we got both defenses are still young. They're still learning. And right now, both offenses, have a really good nucleus. I'm anxious to see really the battle I want to see. As much as I love the Chase Grove versus Deacon Johnson battle, I'm anxious to see how Carter Reed and Tank play against each other. I think both those running backs are fantastic for their teams respectively.
I would say Tank fared well against Brebeuf. He had 3 touchdowns, 2 of those of the rushing variety, 1 of the receiving variety. And between his yards receiving and yards rushing, Tank Averett finished just shy of 200 yards for the game.
He's a real deal, just a junior, but I tell you what, I'm anxious to watch Carter Reed play. I've seen and read about him for the last couple years. Anxious to see him with the ball in his hands.
So kickoff coming up here for North Central. Lucas Erphalin will be handling the kickoff duties for North Central this evening. Outstanding crowd here at Hamilton Southeastern, as you would expect. Thanks to our wonderful ISC Sports Network crew, providing you the sights and sounds on this Friday night. Our second Friday of the season, our last of the month of August. Last night it was college football tonight. Back to high school football on a Friday night.
Mike Kelly talked about the importance of special teams in this game before the game. I'm anxious to see if there's any tricks up their sleeve or if they play straight up.
Cam Kern did awfully well on returns last week. He is the return man that is on the near side of the field for Hamilton Southeastern. We are ready to go. It is time to kick off week 2 of the high school football season. Thank you so much for spending your Friday night with us on ISC and My Indy TV. It is Kern that will field at the 8-yard line. And Kern has all kind of room to run. Kern will bring this at least to the 40 and tripped up at the 35-yard line. And partner, you could have driven a semi through the hole in the middle of the field.
I think you and I could have went hand in hand through that hole, Ray, because, I mean, look at this right here. There's nothing there. He's not touched in flag football, let alone tackle. Great job. Great start here for the Royals.
So Kern's return goes north of 55 yards, and Hamilton Southeastern will start this drive at the North Central 34-yard line.
Just with a doctor order, great momentum early on, something good to happen like this. If you're Mike Kelly, you are thrilled with the start.
Deacon Johnson 12 for 21 last week, 139 yards passing and a touchdown. Carter Reed in the backfield, 12 carries for 74 yards. Reed on the handoff, and Reed will charge forward. He'll pick up 6 or 7 yards down to the 28-yard line.
I think last week Carter had 12 carries. I think he will at least double that, if not 2.5 times that. I just feel like Mike Kelly's going to go back to his roots and establish the running game early and often against the Panthers.
Well, frankly, we saw it last week. Brownsburg never had to go to plan B
Right.
because LN could not stop the run. So 2nd down and 4. It's a tight end and H-back that obviously go in motion to the top side of the formation. 7 in the box. The handoff goes to Reed. Reed able to run through an arm tackle. Flag is dropped, and this has all the signs of a hold. So what would have been a first down appears to likely be coming back.
I like the way that the Royals are collapsing the outside there. Looks like they got a little grab there of the cloth, but they're able to capture the edge, and when you can capture the edge, you can do about anything you want running the football.
So flag will be marked off from the point of the infraction. So back to the 28-yard line, which was the line of scrimmage. So wipe away what would have been a first down, and now it sets up 2nd down and 14.
I know it's going to sound crazy, Rake, but I'd run it again. I think right now you're averaging 7 to 9 yards a carry. I would make it 3rd and manageable. Not that I don't like Deacon Johnson because he is fantastic, but again, I just think the point of attack is where HSC's got to win this game tonight.
2 players motion across the formation. Carson Kelly and Katie Anthony. This time on the handoff again. North Central collapses. The blocking extends a little past the play. No harm done. Just a gain of 2, and again, frankly, it's probably 4-down territory anyway. Ball now at the 36-yard line.
I agree with you, and I think now you're going to start seeing what Deacon Johnson can do. And what I'm anxious here is see how this young offensive line handles this with 3 juniors and 2 seniors up there. Anxious to see it now. A big-time move here. The center has to come out because because he lost his helmet. So now you're playing your backup in Jackson Hammond, the young sophomore. See if we get the snap off.
Play clock is at 2 at 1. Snap in time. Looking for the screen and throw it a little bit high, and honestly, also kind of threw it back into the setting sun. Bad timing on a couple of scenarios. Connor Hobick, who had 2 touchdown catches last week, was the intended target. And so 36 is normally a go. It's also 4th and 12. How do you break this one down?
I think if I'm North Central, I'm guarding the sticks. I'm going to build a wall about the 25-yard line and make sure everything's in front of me. If I'm HSC here, I'm probably going to move the pocket a little bit and see if I can get a matchup with one of my favorable guys, probably Carson Kelly, the 6'4" tight end.
Line to gain is the 24-yard line. Johnson looks, throws the deep ball, has a man in Hobick, but Hobick just broke off his route for a step. And with that, incomplete, and North Central gets the stand.
Great job that time by Colin Jasper, defense coordinator for North Central. Huge stand there, starting inside their 35-yard line, and to hold them to get them out on downs is huge for this Panther defense. Now let's see what they can do offensively.
Chase Grove last week, 19 for 24, 224 yards passing and 3 touchdowns. And Tank Averett with 3 touchdowns, 2 rushing and 1 receiving. 42 points put up against the Brebeuf Jesuit Braves in the victory on Friday night.
Anxious to see how HCC matches up, and they're going to play looks like 2 match, which means man with 2 deep behind it.
3 and 4 wide is the base formation for North Central. Grove sees pressure. Grove will take off, and again, what could have been a negative is at least a gain of a couple, 2nd down.
I like what they're doing on defense from the standpoint that they're going to bring pressure. When you play good quarterbacks, you don't defend them, you go attack them. And I think that's what you got to do and make North Central prove they can protect for Chase Grove because, folks, he is accurate. He is really talented. He has a great feel for the game. His IQ is off the charts. But again, you can't go against somebody like this without attacking him.
A.W. Van Kirk was in on the tackle. 2nd down and 8. Now on the handoff, Averett has all kind of room. Tripped up at the 46-yard line Good for a first down and a gain of 16 yards.
I still think Tank is the key to this game offensively. As good as North Central is with their skill guys, they have to be able to run the ball. And again, if you're going to defend their receivers, you have to have a light box or a tackle. And so look for Tank to get himself 20 to 25 carries tonight.
Simply put, if you're going to go get the quarterback, you're going to leave something unprotected. That was 16 yards right up the gut.
When you're bringing pressure and you guess wrong, and we saw that last week with Lawrence North, you got a chance to get gashed.
Empty set here, 5 wide, 3 in a bunch to the bottom side of the formation. Royals bring 4. Grove slings it. Deep throw and overthrows everybody. His intended target on the play was Demetrius Averett.
Yep, that's Tank's brother. He can flat scoot. He's a senior. Remember watching him against Carmel his freshman year, take it and really do a nice job. Think to myself, this kid's got a chance, and I can't believe now he's a senior.
Down the Hamilton Southeastern sideline, thanks to Tillman Clark, Drew Tower, Rob Conant, the staff at Southeastern for their kindness to have us out tonight. We greatly appreciate that. I think we had maybe an equipment issue for an HSC player was the reason for a momentary delay. 2nd down and 10. A reset of the play clock, but frankly, the pace the North Central plays, they're not worried about that.
No, they're not.
They want to go. Looking for the screen, and Grove will have to go to plan B. Just out of the reach of Averett. Flag is down on the play, and because that was supposed to be a screen, guarantee you got multiple illegal linemen downfield.
You've got that, and also Josiah Johnson's lining up almost in the backfield here. Great job of diagnosing that by that HSC defense. They understood what was happening. They'll decline it and play the next down. Make it 3rd and 10.
Quick consultation with
no,
the.
they're not. Oh, wow.
Yep. They'll take the 5-yard penalty. So first penalty called against North Central. Last of the Panthers' victories against Brebeuf and Harrison. HSC won this game in week number 2 at North Central a season ago.
So now if I'm David Walker, the OC for the Panthers, now I got to think quick passing game, because right now they're bringing so much pressure. I got to try to get the ball in space. Look for them to use Tank Averett out of the backfield. Javen Brooks is a talented receiver. They are playing without one of the better players in Markel Bailey. He's still a week away. Looks like now they're going to decline it, which is what I thought. It could make it 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 10. Full house here at Everwise Field. Make a little noise. Line to gain is the 36. Royals bring 4. Good blitz pickup. Grove has time, finds his man. Averett, first down, still going. Wrestled down, 21-yard line, and a pickup of 25 yards.
If he can set his feet, guys, he's really, really talented. He stands in there, delivers. Averett runs a great route. Great job up front, blocking pressure, poised by Grove. Throws a dart. Great job by Averett right in the middle.
Who is looking to chase at this point from a recruiting standpoint?
You've got probably it's down. I mean, Purdue's offered him probably Iowa State, Kansas State, Minnesota are probably the front runners right now.
You seem to mention a bunch of Power 4 schools there in short order there, Lance.
He's a young junior. Should just be a sophomore.
On the RPO, quick catch. Ball down to the 10-yard line. Again, that'll move the chains for a first down. That is Javen Brooks on the grab at 6 catches for 58 yards last week. 1st and goal, North Central at the Southeastern 10-yard line.
One nice thing about being in the gun, Grove can see the pressure coming, and he's able to throw at that pressure, which what I thought was a great job of adjustment there by David Walker, or a side adjustment by Grove and Brooks.
And North Central yet to be at home this season. They will remedy that when they play host to Warren Central to kick off MIC play a week from now.
Throw a fade down here to Waddle. All by himself.
Handoff goes to Averett, and Averett will take the direct route and score. North Central scores an opening drive to make it 6-0 with the extra point to come.
Folks, I talked about Tank. He's special now. He got you talk about some giddy up and some wiggle. He is phenomenal. Watch this here. Great feet, light box. Great call there by David Walker, and Tank walks in untouched. Super start here for Colin Kofer and his offense.
We're not sure how many stops are going to be. That's what made that stop at the other end so huge for North Central.
No, I agree. And, again, the biggest gamble here for HSC now is when you bring pressure, you're on island. But, again, Tank is the perfect one-back set or running back in this set.
Swinging gate here for North Central. They'll get back in formation. Caleb Fowles, the senior, set to kick this ball. Javen Brooks is the holder. Snap back, and the kick is good. 7-0 Panthers with 7:50 left to play in the opening quarter. We're back in 60 seconds on ISC and MyIndy TV.
When your criminal history has come back to haunt you one too many times, whether that is being unable to rent an apartment in secure housing, to repeatedly being denied a job, we believe in second chances and have given a second chance to many people who have turned their lives around for the better. Your past doesn't have to define your future. Mason Brower, your second chance starts here.
Living up to that last name. Wabash has the lead for the first time today. Said that was going to be a highlight reel. Oh, baby.
Yeah, you can celebrate after that.
North Central got the football at their own 36-yard line and quickly moved the ball down the field. Good blend of the passing and the running game by the Panthers. Now what they try to do is avoid giving a short field to Southeastern on a kick return.
Well, I know who I'm not kicking it to. I'm going to kick the ball down the left hash, left side, out of bounds, whatever it is. But I'm not letting number 26 get a hold of that again.
Kern averaged 25.5 yards a kick return last week.
No, let's go right at him again.
And he'll catch at the 10-yard line. And Kern again finds a seam. This one slightly better. Still not good enough from the North Central perspective as Hamilton Southeastern will start at their own 44-yard line.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm gonna roll the dice with Kearns very, very often. I find it hard to believe that that's really what North Central wanted to do there, but it happened.
And one penalty kind of got Hamilton Southeastern behind the chains last series. Johnson was 0 for 2. Reed officially 2 carries for 8 yards on the last series. I think we're having another kind of maybe.
There might be a chain issue. Maybe.
That's what we're waiting on. And the starting center back in the game, and Hunter Brandenberger, 245-pound senior. Again, the handoff to Reed, and Reed just picks his way through the defense and takes Route 1, as they would say in that type of football, right down Meridian. 13-yard pickup, first down.
Man, oh man, great job up front by that Royals offensive line. Carter Reed, patient, one cut. Great job running north-south. Again, North Central has to have an answer, and I think that we're going to see a steady dose of Carter Reed tonight. 12
carries last week. Obviously, time and score kind of dictated they had to go to the passing game a week ago. Have a player that is asked to come off for North Central.
Well, when you have your knee pads up by your growing area, that's illegal. And if you're going to keep doing that, they're going to take you out of the game. And that's what happened.
North Central may have called a timeout to bring him back into the game or just have a quick conversation with their defense. And with that, let's step aside. Back in 60, you're watching an ISC at MyIndy TV.
We build Indiana. The Laborers International Union of North America are building roads and bridges to get Hoosiers where they're going today and a new energy infrastructure that will keep Indiana competitive tomorrow. LIUNA's over 12,000 statewide members also grow local economies, earning good union wages, shopping where they live and work, and paying taxes. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
So first down and 10 for Hamilton Southeastern now at the Panther 43-yard line. 5 offensive snaps for Hamilton Southeastern. All but one have taken place on the plus side of the 50-yard line. Again, it is Reed, and again, he's got room to run. And he'll be knocked out of bounds just shy of the first down marker. Look at forward progress to the 35-yard line and call it second down and a short 2.
Folks, if we watch the replay here, just watch the left side of the offensive line and the ace back there. They just wall off North Central. Again, it was probably 7 yards before anybody touched him. There was nobody there. When you can do that and you can capture the edge like that, it's going to be a long night for the Panthers trying to stop this HSE offense.
Adamson, Sutter, Brandenberger, Diebold, and Thompson, the 5 up front for Hamilton Southeastern. They can read on the carry. That time didn't get much. Did he get enough to get a first down? I don't think so. Call it officially no gain, third down and short.
Great job that time by Colin Jasper, the DC for North Central. He blitzed right into where Reed was trying to get to, and great job of just creating a pile.
Kind of similar setup as the last drive in terms of where the ball is on the field. Obviously, third and a yard, much different than, say, third and fourth and 12.
Yeah, I would look, this is certainly four down territory. And I'm sure there's some kind of question there from the white hat there. He was talking with the sideline a little bit for HSE. Heading to the top of the screen here, folks.
Again in the backfield, and
he didn't make it.
That's just North Central sending everybody. No gain, maybe even a loss on the play, but as you talked about, you're in for a dime, in for a dollar here. They'll go for it on fourth down.
Great job of bringing pressure. Love what they're doing here. Again, now that it's feast or famine, because again, that's where they were running it, and so you got to be very careful if you're Colin Jasper here not to give up a big play and touchdown.
So second time in as many drives that HSE will go for it on fourth down. So we need to get to the football really kind of past the 34-yard line is all that is needed here.
Yep, play action pass.
This time
there
Johnson out in the flat, tight end's got it, steps out of bounds, first down.
Great play call there by Spencer Fox. I love it because, again, you're fourth and short. You're thinking run. They're going to sell out, bring Kelly from the opposite side. Great bootleg here. Easy play for our pitch and catch for Johnson.
Injured player down. It's the big fella. It's Antonio Ennis that is down for North Central. Or Anton, rather, at 6'3" and 340. Training staff on to check on him. So Kelly gets his third catch of the season, first of tonight's game. And the injured player stops the clock with 6:31 left to go here in the quarter. Tonight's game presented in part by the Indy Card Exchange. I want to buy your collection of their 96th Street location, just west of I-69. Plus, you can sign your kids up for the free Indy Card Exchange Kids Club if they are 13 years of age or younger. Kids perks include a free monthly gift, a birthday month gift, and report card rewards twice a year. I'd have had a killing of cards if that was the case back in the day. How do you join said club? That's what that QR code is for. Scan it right now on the screen or simply log on to IndyCardExchange.com. Well, Ennis is up under his own power and making his way back to the sideline.
Anxious now. You're into a little bit of a rhythm offensively. Once you make that first, or really that second first down, now you feel good about about what's coming next. I'm anxious to see really what Spencer Fox dials up here. I still like first down run because at this point, North Central hasn't stopped it, and Ennis, their biggest player, 6'3" at 340, is out of the game.
First and 10, HSE in the 28-yard line.
So now the clock rolls. And the handoff to Reed. And again, room to run. Left side 15. at the 10 and steered out of bounds at about the 7-yard line, a gain of 21 yards, but there is a flag down back at the 25-yard line.
Going to get a grab here. And really didn't, just threw him to the ground. Again, that was the young stud that Mike Kelly thinks had a chance to be special in A.D. Anthony. He had him, didn't really need to pull him down, but threw him to the ground, pulled him on top of him, and that's a hold or a takedown or a 2-point takedown in wrestling.
Anthony 6'4", 235, and just a sophomore.
Mike Kelly, he perked up when he talked about him before the game, and he feels like he's got a chance to be special at that size. I would agree.
The hold did happen 3 yards down the field, so 1st and 17 coming up with the ball at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, the one thing that, again, you've got to try to eliminate are those penalties, and really, they really haven't needed to do it because they've controlled the point of attack. Just keep your feet moving, hands inside, and just keep moving the pile.
And the last penalty happened a little bit further into the drive for Hamilton Southeastern. Anthony, or Johnson, looks to throw. Buying time, and incomplete pass. That's probably just as well off, as that play just never found the proper timing for HSE.
Got to find a way to kind of get Deacon to calm down here a little bit. Boy, he's very talented. Again, make it more of a rhythm throw. A rhythm throw, folks, is just 1, 2, 3 balls gone. I'm throwing hitch, I'm throwing slant, I'm throwing a bubble, I'm throwing something that's going to get him just to relax and just throw because he's got all the talent in the world.
And it's back in the game now for North Central. Alexander was the intended target. Reed on the carry. And again, solid gain on the play, but it's a gain of 4. And HSC behind the chains again. Call it 3rd down to the Baker's dozen.
So you're looking at, you want to try to get half of this back at least. So again, the football is still an option. I'll be anxious to see how aggressive Colin Jasper is here. But you're trying to make this, if your HSC gains 6, maybe 7, make it 4th and 6 or 7, and you got a fighter's chance.
Potentially could look at a field goal try here depending on what happens on this play. North Central brings 4. Johnson steps up, able to find the escape route and throws, but throws it behind Kelly. Good team coverage down the field by North Central. And again, you're probably too far back for a field goal and too close for a punt.
No, you're going for it here. I think, again, they've had guys open. Deacon Johnson is limping a little bit here, so look for them to bring the field goal unit on or maybe even punt it. Nope, looks like going for a field goal.
Marchione will be asked to handles both the kicking and the punting duties. And this would be a 48-yard try. Now, wisely, North Central actually has a return man back just in case this lands short. But from the dead middle of the field and now a whistle is blown before the ball was snapped. And that turns into basically a free practice swing for the kicker. I think there was a player that exited for North Central, and that's the reason for the...
I think North Central had 12, and that's why they called timeout, because no one's left the field other than him, and nobody's come on the field to replace him, so that tells me they had 12. So a great timeout there by Colin.
I got another side of that story I'll tell you here in a second.
Got you.
So Marchione is on. He'll try from 48. Snap back, and this kick is good. Got it through the uprights and hits it from 48 yards out. So HSC on the board. North Central maintains a 7-3 lead. You know, sometimes in life we talk about things, other duties as assigned. Will Logan, obviously part of the wonderful Logan family athletic legacy at North Central. Brother Michael is the middle school AD. Will on the staff. I noticed that a player kind of walked towards the sideline, but did so slowly. Will trots out with a water bottle and starts watering the turf as if, like you're watering a flower, but obviously you're not going to have to water the turf. I think I don't need to explain anything else as to what happened. Another player comes on. Side judge saw it. That's the reason for the delay. clearly did not throw off Hamilton Southeastern
No.
as Marchione connected on the field.
No, that great job by the young sophomore Marchione. That's a big time kick, and for just again handling both duties, strong leg. Obviously, Mike Kelly had a lot of faith in him, and Garrett Hudson is the special teams coach here. Garrett played at Purdue. Dad was the longtime defense coordinator at Purdue, and so Garrett does a great job here with special teams. I know Mike has a lot of faith in him.
Tonight's game presented in part by LiUNA, the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with laborers, district council affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LiUNA.
Well, now let's see again what HSC wants to do here defensively. And again, when they were able to get pressure on Chase Grove, it caused problems, but they also got gassed a little bit. So I'm anxious to see what their adjustments are.
Jared Harrison and Jalen Amos are back deep to return for North Central. Marchione's kick will be returnable, but it's bobbled, and now that becomes a touchback because that was not intentional anyway. It's muffed kick. To the 20-yard line comes North Central.
Very fortunate there was North Central, and you got to try to clean that or fill that thing cleanly, which I know that is the goal. And so, but very very fortunate ball comes out in the 1st and 10.
Hamilton Southeastern opens up HCC play with Avon next week. Avon has a big game tonight against Ben Davis. And 4 wide, that'll be the basic package for North Central. A little swing route, and again, it's the second time as Averett dropped the ball. We've now seen it on both sides. The sun is setting behind these bleachers, and I think Averett lost that one because football and sun were both in his eyes.
It was, and that got on him so quick, and Grove threw it right at his face mask. And again, if you're HSC, you're going to start seeing them walk up a little more closer line of scrimmage because of pressure they're getting. David Walker will probably start trying to get the ball out of Chase Grove's hands a lot quicker.
So Grove's 2 for 4 for 36 yards now for the game. Hamilton Southeastern brings 4. Grove faces pressure. That's going to be a hold against Southeastern. He does throw the football, and it's tipped out of bounds, and now you're looking at either 2nd and 20 or 3rd and 10 if you're HSC.
Well, this is interesting. I'll be anxious to see what Mike Kelly does here because there's merit to both. Because it's going to be 2nd and 20, I like that. 3rd and 10 is manageable, but again, you're rolling the dice here. I'll be anxious to see what I think he's going to go 2nd down and take him back, which I like that.
So first penalty officially marked off against North Central. Move the football back to the 10-yard line.
Now, if I'm HSC, I'm going to play straight up defense here because I feel like that North Central's probably going to run the football unless don't blitz yourself out of making a great play.
Averett on the handoff. Just trying to find a seam, not much there. Does get 3, maybe 4, 3rd and long.
You really have to do that, folks, and kind of trying to figure out why on 2nd and long because HSC only had 4.5 to 5 guys inside the box, tackle to tackle. They're bringing more pressure off the edge, but they're double teaming everything outside, and now all you're trying to do if you're HSC is keep them bottled up and then run to the football.
And you would think you'd see 2 deep safeties here on now 3rd down and 17. Play clock is at 8.
You want to, again, be smart if you're North Central, and if you're HSC, try to bait them into making a bad play.
Timeout. North Central burns a timeout because of play clock was at 1 and Grove had yet to snap the football. This timeout presented by our friends at the Ambrosia Hospitality Group. For nearly 50 years, Ambrosia has been serving Italian food rooted in family tradition at College and Kessler. Now that tradition is coming to Carmel. Ambrosia Carmel is opening soon alongside Acanto, an all-new oyster bar. 6 locations, 1 family, nearly 50 years of hospitality. Visit ahgindy.com to explore all of their locations.
anxious to see here again. If you're HSC, I think you got to pick your poison, because if you give Grove enough time, Chase will pick you apart. If you go get him, you're going to open yourself up to maybe a less defenders back there and more space for him to throw it in there. If they pick the right call, it could be a big play. Looks like they're going to rush 3.
It's a 3rd down and 17. Here comes pressure. Grove steps up, has a man. Catch made, 1st down and more. Knocked out of bounds past the 50-yard line on 3rd and 17. It is a gain of 41 yards. Now, Grove took a wallop at the end of that play. He is kind of slow moving to get back to the line of scrimmage. But he paid a price on a great throw.
Great job of being patient. Super throw. Great job by Brooks. Super play design. And, again, if you want to play quarterback, you're going to take hits. This is where you find out how good Chase Grove is how does he respond after he gets hit. Up to this point, he's been fantastic. I expect the same moving forward. 3
completions totaling 77 yards so far for the talented junior. HSC walks up a 5th here. So it'll be a run for a gain of 2. That's the backup in Phillips, who had a solid game last week. Had 9 carries for 55 yards. That one goes for 2.
I like the play call. I still think to help Chase Grove, you need to run the football. I think it makes HSC stay honest and play honest by running the football, but obviously they're much better when they've got Tank Maverick in the game.
2nd down and 8. Three and a half minutes left to go here in the opening stanza. 4th drive of the game in total. Little wheel route. Phillips with the catch, and again, great play design, good catch in motion, great lead on the touch throw by Grove, 1st down.
Folks, I don't think you understand how hard a throw that is. It looks easy. It's like the 7-foot baseline shot. It's really hard. Great touch under duress. You got to throw it over somebody before somebody gets there. Super job, great play design, super execution by the Panthers.
Call that a gain of 11. 5th 1st down of the quarter so far for North Central.
Ooh, I'm going to Brooks here. He's uncovered, number 1. Nope.
Handoff. Phillips bounces it outside, and just a yard that time.
He just doesn't have the same speed and athleticism that Tank Averett does. So right now I think Tank must be a little dinged up, not to be in there, which really hurts the Panthers and really helps the Royals.
See a more deliberate pace here by North Central on this drive. H-back is in for the 1st time for North Central as well. Cam Roy plays that role for the Panthers. Handoff goes to Phillips. Good read to bounce it outside and upended. Just shy of the 1st down marker. Tackle made by Zachary Christofferson. But not before Phillips gets down to the 26-yard line, sets up 3rd down and 3.
3rd and 3, probably 4 down territory here. I like either a quick throw or a running play here just to try to crease it again. Anxious to see how aggressive the Royals will be on defense.
Play clock is at 14. And 5-man front for Southeastern.
And you want to throw it here.
Fake the handoff. Grove looking end zone, tips and just couldn't grab it. Brooks tried to bat it back to himself and couldn't pull it off. 4th down.
They took a chance. I like it, though. I like what HSC is doing. Again, I felt like it was certainly going to be a throw there, just inches away from being a great touchdown for the Panthers. Great job of putting pressure on Grove.
Take another look.
Because he's there. It's open. It's a touchdown. Put just a little bit too much heat on it. They got to go here. Again, I like their deliberate pace, North Central, but they got to get the play in a little quicker to give Grove a chance to be able to check at the line of scrimmage and to dissect where pressure's coming from.
Need to get this ball to just shy of the 23-yard line. Play clock at 2, at 1, snap in time. On the crossing pattern, first down and then some. That might have been a touchdown if he kind of catches that in stride. But most importantly, Jaywan Waddle takes it down inside the 10, first and goal after a gain of 16 yards.
Great job of not panicking by Grove on the snap. Waddle, Jawan, super young junior again, catch and run, very explosive player.
You keep hearing junior as part of this North Central group.
Their skill guys are all underclassmen other than Demetrius Averett.
Play clock at 7. Empty set in the backfield.
Might be a quarterback draw. Nope.
Grove looks to throw and just overthrew it. But again, threw it away from a defender by throwing it in that fashion. He's now unofficially 5 for 9 for 103 yards.
The way that Chase is looking over here at Brooks, he wanted him to sit down. He didn't. And so Chase threw it where the defender wasn't, and I for some reason Brooks stayed on the move. But look for those kind of spot plays or sit down plays there against this aggressive defense.
North Central student section's had a lot to cheer about so far. Trying to extend a first quarter lead against Hamilton Southeastern. Pressure coming. Grove looking for the corner of the end zone, and perfectly timed by the defensive back. Again, that was Brooks, and just had it broken up. Coverage that time provided by Tristan Christofferson. Talked about both of the Christoffersons on this drive.
Grove was just a tick late there. If he throws it just a hair, probably half step earlier, it's a touchdown. Great job on the back end by the Royals.
Phillips is the setback.
I'm going to throw a fade again here to the bottom of the screen.
He's got Gillespie as the receiver near side. Grove looks opposite direction. Faces pressure, avoids it, now slings it and has a man touchdown. Defenders just started to drift to the middle of the field. Gillespie ended up just kind of staying put. Touchdown, North Central.
Jeremiah is the unknown is the X factor in my opinion, because no one knows about him. He was a quarterback, transferred or switched positions to receiver. Grove, great job of not panicking, extending the play. Super job of keeping his eyes downfield, delivers a strike. Great job there by the junior.
2 drives, 2 touchdowns. 1 on the ground, this one through the air. 4th touchdown pass for Grove in 5 quarters of football this season. That's 13-3. Last extra point by Fowles was good. And his next try is just the same. So 14-3 in favor of North Central. Want to thank one of our new sponsors, our friends at NeighborServe. Managing your home can be frustrating. NeighborServe and their home concierge service help eliminate that stress. They've had over 1,000 contractors annually and handpicked the top 5% to serve Indy homeowners. The result? A seasonal home plan, a dedicated concierge, and access to the best service pros in Indy. I know of what I speak. NeighborServe is sending painters to my house on Monday. Visit neighborserve.com/ISC-sports or simply scan the QR code on your screen now for a free month of home concierge.
Well, now, again, I'm not going to kick a Kern. I just don't think you want to do that. I'm going to attack the other side. I'm going to make somebody else return here. But what a great start here for Colin Kofer, for David Walker, the offensive coordinator. Colin Kofer could not have asked for a better start. Scoring-wise, Mike Kelly's group's got to hang in there. They're going to be fine. They need to answer, though, not with a field goal, but with a touchdown.
Lucas Erfalian on to boot the ball away. And both kicks have been down around the 10-yard line, and both kicks have quickly gone back the opposite direction.
He's got to kick it left. Nope.
And again, Kern Fields bobbles 13-yard line.
Got a chance.
And this ends up being the best coverage of the night so far for North Central, as this one is brought back to the 26-yard line. Do you change at all your MO if you're Hamilton Southeastern here?
I don't think so. I think the biggest issue they've had is penalties. They've had untimely penalties that have really stalled their drives. They've done what they want to do. I think the biggest question right now is just trying to keep a great balance, and I still think you still run the football, because I think that to win, Carter Reed needs to have 25 plus carries.
Reed, by our count, 7 carries for 36 yards. Johnson just 1 of 5 for 7 yards. This is the backup, putting in a solid gain on first down. And listen, if you're going for 7 yards on first down, you're not doing anything wrong. That's Tanner Alexander on the carry.
I like the idea of establishing the run, establishing the tempo. Right now, give your defense a chance to be able to catch their breath a little bit and kind of win the line of scrimmage, which gives you a chance to really dictate a lot of things.
Play clock and game clock are virtually identical at this point. But Southeast looks like they are going to run at least one more offensive snap here in the quarter. 2nd and 3. Looking for the deep shot. That's a beautiful deep ball, and there will be a pass interference on the play. So it'll be 15 yards. Of course, on Sunday rolls, that's the ball at the 20-yard line. Here it's just plus 15, but it'll be another Southeastern first down.
We see the arm strength of Deacon Johnson. Great job of taking a shot here. Great camera work here. Let's just see what Jared Harrison does here as a defender. Again, don't panic. Jared, you don't need to grab him. You're in position. Why are you grabbing? DBs, the number one thing, when you get out of position or you're not sure, don't panic. He panicked there and grabbed, and that's an easy call.
So most Southeastern drives have at least crossed the 35-yard line. They're a couple of yards away from crossing the 50 yet again. Handoff, and bouncing out of the pile, and it'll be a gain of 3, maybe 4, and even Alexander never actually went to the ground. Just got stopped in terms of his forward progress by Avier Walker. But that'll do it for quarter number 1. Both teams have moved the football, but only North Central has reached the end zone. After 12 minutes, it's Panthers 14 and Royals 3, as you're watching on ISC and MyIndy TV.
This is Molly. She loves road trips, hikes, her dog Max, and cars that fit her lifestyle. Like this cool new ride that she got with help from Indiana Members Credit Union at a great low rate. And for when she's on the go, IMCU makes it easy for her to pay from anywhere thanks to their digital banking. Looks like Molly is really getting the max from her credit union.
Shot at the buzzer. She got it! Oh my goodness, what a shot!
Hello! Did it again. Hello! Made the highlight reel again. That goes to Mentor, and all kinds of room to run. Down the middle of the field, and he will not be touched. Jackson, hello! There we go.
Stokes throws it, caught, ball ricochets.
Wow.
A huge hit.
Wow. This has been an amazing display of goal scoring.
I want to thank our outstanding ISC Sports Network production crew. Thanks to Jordan Shue, Daryl Tibbs, David Kahn, Andrew Garrison, Kay Johnson, Clark Quinlan, and Eric Kinnett, making sure our signal gets to you on this Friday night. 14-3, North Central with the lead over Hamilton Southeastern. North Central's had it twice. They have scored both times, and they frankly have done just enough to slow down Southeastern offensively.
I think Colin Jasper's done a really good job of picking his time to bring pressure and then to play base defense. And really, it's been some untimely penalties that really have hurt HSE more than North Central. So anxious to see. I like the idea. I like what Spencer Fox is doing. He's run the ball pretty steadily, but taking shots as well.
2nd and 7. Delayed handoff, and that'll be a first down. Alexander down to the 38-yard line, a gain of 11 yards.
And Mike Kelly talked about Tanner before the game, likes him as just a junior here. Super job of using his eyes to run away from the defense.
10 carries, 57 yards rushing so far for two different Hamilton Southeastern backs. We saw Reed get the first couple of drives. This has been Alexander's drive.
Fresh legs, which is really good for the Royals.
Safety walks up to the line of scrimmage here and had a lineman flinch.
Yep.
Third penalty against the Royals for 25 yards, 2 for 25 as well for Hamilton Southeastern.
The first two drives, HSC was not able to overcome penalties. I'm anxious to see if they can finish this drive. They've done some really great things offensively. They just at the very end, they're just not finishing.
Because they're not getting stops on defense, it's also kind of making them almost have to play perfect offensively as well. 54 points allowed last week against Carroll. On the handoff, Alexander. Again, it's 6-7 yards every time they run the football.
Jameson Hiddle for North Central's there. You can't be that wide. You have to squeeze. They bring in pressure, free safety blitz. You have to understand what's in front of you. If we see the replay, he gets upfield, cuts it right back underneath it. Great job by Alexander.
Hiddle had 6 tackles a week ago. It was Colton Ablatar-Connor who had 14 tackles and 2 picks last week for NC. Counter play. Johnson slings it in the flat. Did he get a foot down? Yes. Catch made for a first down at the 17-yard line for Carson Hall.
Great job by the young sophomore. Super job up front. Great protection. All starts there. Johnson sees it, throws it on a dime. Anxious to see their super catch there. But I like the play design.
To call that a gain of 26. 5th first down of the game for Southeastern. This is the furthest they have had the football down the field so far in today's game. And their points come on a 48-yard field goal on their second drive. On the handoff, and this time, contact made in the backfield. And credit Alexander for at least getting a yard. And then the 340 pounds of Ennis swabbing him up.
Good job up front. A minimal gain, if any, at all. Now you make it 2nd and 10. I'm impressed watching Deacon Johnson play. It's the first time I've seen him play. Young sophomore, very poised. Good job of moving in the pocket and throwing on the run.
Good forward progress. Past the 50 in all 3 drives so far. Now Reed is back in now for Southeastern. Out in the flat and incomplete. Blanket coverage applied that time by Walker. The intended target was Jackson Oliver.
Ineligible downfield. Just tells me either a lineman was downfield. Looked like a lineman because of where the flag was thrown, but looks like see if it's right. Yep.
North Central's going to decline it, though.
Absolutely.
Set up 3rd down. Johnson unofficially now 2 for 7 for 33 yards. North Central trying to force at least a field goal try for a second time in as many drives.
Yep, they broke the huddle with 12 penalty.
Illegal substitution. And these are penalties that you hate to see them, period, but you almost understand them in week 1. You get to week 2, now you got a problem.
Well, every offense has groupings, 3 receivers and 1 back, two tight ends and 1 back, and you've got to be able to come in clearly saying what grouping is on the field, and that time that wasn't communicated real well with the Royals.
Now 3rd down and 15. Panthers bring 4. Johnson fires, catch made, tackle broken, but still shy of the first down. Love the effort by Connor Hobick. And Connor, the senior, who had 2 touchdowns last week, he gets to the 12-yard line. And here comes the field goal unit on for Hamilton Southeastern.
I like the call because you need points here, but you've got to find a way to get him down. You can't, again, you got to run at your feet. When tackles are broken, it's because after contact, the first person, the first offensive defensive player that gets your feet going first wins.
So Marchione, who has already made from 48, this is from 28. Snap back, kick up, and it's blocked. That's a live football.
Pick the ball up.
That is a
Pick
live
the ball
football.
Up. Pick the ball up.
And now the kicker's got it, and that is the end of the play. Frankly, if North Central players that are next to it pick it up, that is 6 points going the other direction. Your coach came out there for you a second,
Well,
Lance.
you've got to understand what's going on. That just tells me football IQ is not the greatest there. You got to talk about those. If you're the coach there, it's a live ball. If it doesn't pass the line of scrimmage, pick it up. Even if you fumble it, pick the ball up and you score.
And again, you saw at least one defender goes, hey, that's a live football. Go get it. But still a good stop for North Central. 3 drives and just 3 points so far for Hamilton Southeastern. Our presenting sponsor of tonight's game is Summers Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Summers Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, proud to support high school sports. And Hamilton Southeastern has won this game each of the last 5 times these schools have played. They're playing for a 13th consecutive year. Rolling pocket right side, Grove. Flag comes out. Grove finds a man for a first down, but again, this is going to be a hold behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this was a situation where HSE is bringing pressure, and you're looking at Tank Everett, the running back, which is a little overwhelmed, grabbed him and hold, and they'll take the call. I'll take the call.
Good to see Everett back out there for North Central.
Yeah, I tell you what, A.J. Pedersen is a phenomenal blitzer, and he caused a lot of issues there with the blitz.
So far, a combined 65 yards and penalties against these two teams so far. But frankly, being behind the chains has not been an impediment for this North Central offense.
Actually, I think that was Ethan McGrath on the blitz. Super guys, some guys are just have a knack of doing it here. But no, to your point, they have not struggled with gaining yards here.
Play clock down to 7. Grove. Just buying time, and now will run and get what he can. And he let go of the football, but he was well past the line of scrimmage. I think they'll simply say that's going to be a fumble out of bounds and not an attempt at an illegal forward pass. So ball out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Sets up 2nd down and long.
Good job again of capturing the edge, and if you're Chase Grove, a super job of trying to extend the play. The problem was the way the HSC is playing 3-on-2. They're playing 3 defenders versus 2 receivers. They're really going to force North Central right now to run the football, which is what they should do because the box says it.
18 offensive snaps so far for North Central. 8 running plays, 10 passing plays. Grove throws, seam, caught, first down, slung down. Gillespie at the 38-yard line. That is good for a gain of 24 in the play, and again, folks, down in double digits is not slowing down North Central.
Folks, that throw was elite, and I mean special. I mean, HSC is in position. The window is tiny, and Grove just throws a dart here. Watch this here, on the money, in rhythm, super job there by Gillespie receiving, but wow, what a throw.
We saw North Central convert 3rd and 17 on the opening drive of the game, and it's been like that so far the entire night. Everett on the handoff, gets contact in the backfield. He will either lose a yard or get back to the line of scrimmage. Either way, 2nd down.
I like North Central staying 4 wide. When you bring an ace back in, that means that HSE can now bring 1 or 2 more defenders, and there's no room to run the football. You're better off, spread them out, make them bring pressure, and have less people because of the fact they're all trying to defend your skill guys.
You know, from our vantage point, Lance, we can see on the home side there isn't exactly a lot of seats available. I'm not sure there's a parking space available within a mile watching looking at all the folks that are here to watch this game tonight.
A great senior night for the Royals. Great crowd.
Hand off to Averett, just kind of trying to find a hole. Gets a little bit, not a lot. Gets back the yard that he lost and a couple of more, and it sets up 3rd down and 8.
And that's okay. You want to keep them honest. There's nothing wrong with gaining a couple yards here, make it third. It's 3rd and long because here comes pressure. But I like the play call. HSE was selling out to stop the run or go get Grove. So I like the play design as well by HSE.
Grove unofficially 127 yards passing and a touchdown in tonight's game.
It's going to be pressure versus timing here.
Got to get the football to the 48-yard line.
Here they come.
HSE's bringing everybody. It gets picked up. Grove throws the deep ball, and again, that is a world-class hold. Yep. Christopherson again knew it and had a jersey tug, and there's 5 officials on the field. 2 of them saw it. Now Grove is again down behind the play. It'll be 15 yards on a North Central 1st down.
Again, you're gonna, right or wrong, you're going to attack here, and again, Grove's got a little bit of time here to catch his breath, but he got hit, and again, it's one of those things. It's great to be in spread, but if the ball is not delivered on time, your quarterback is going to get hit.
So of note, it is a hold and not pass interference. What is the difference? 5 yards. If it is still a 1st down, but it is a hold that is called, as in before the ball was actually in the air is when the hold took place.
Now, if I'm David Walker, I'm going to run the football here and try to give Grove a chance to kind of catch his breath here a little bit. Give North Central a lot of credit. They've had long distance on 3rd down, and they've been able to get it.
Amish, the ball carrier. A little kind of mesh point with the motion man that caused everybody to freeze for a second. Amos's 1st carry, good for 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Great job. Again, I like it. A little more of a misdirection, a little trap play. Super job blocking up front. And you get 4 downs or 4 yards on 1st down or almost 5. You are thrilled as an offensive unit.
Clock rolls with 5.5 minutes left to go before halftime. North Central trying to extend what is already a 2-score lead. Again, same play. This time it's Averett, and this time HSE was wise to it. While he won't get credit for the tackle, the first number that I saw back there was Cole Hunt that blew up the play, 3rd down.
Great job by Cole Hunt. He takes the center and drives him back and resets the line of scrimmage. Super job there of now establishing that, and now there's nowhere for Tank to go with the ball.
So 3rd down and 5. Play clock is at 12.
Got to go.
While Grove gets the huddle.
Got to find a way to get the play in quicker. They're going to delay a game. It's a delay a game.
Timeout's
called. Got to get the ball in the game, or the call in quicker.
So 3rd down and 5, timeout taken North Central. Let's step aside for 60 seconds. We're back in a moment on ISC and My Indy TV.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
3rd down and 5 for the Panthers now at the Royals' 45-yard line. HSE brings pressure. Grove escapes out the back door. Runs for the 1st down marker and gets it. Partner, how did he do that?
Houdini. Again, he's really talented from the standpoint he can run. He is a lot. He's explosive. Super job of understanding of ducking under. Great job there of seeing and understanding the first down was more important there. Super job there by the young junior.
Grove now 3 carries, 11 yards, 127 yards passing. Trying to give the Panthers a 2-0 start to the season, heading into league play. Last year the Panthers won twice, didn't get their second win until week number 5. And delay of game is going to be the call. And again, North Central out of timeout, so nothing you can do about that. So 1st and 10 becomes 1st and 15. And even for all the good things that North Central is doing tonight, you can tell this is still a work in progress for them.
It is, and again, a lot of it's going to fall on Grove's shoulders. I know he's a little dinged up from earlier. He's got to go. He's got to go. That again, the play what was in that time, great. I like the empty call. Here comes pressure. Get the ball to 7.
Grove. Great job in the blitz pickup. Now have to find somebody open.
Hold.
And that's going to be a hold. He does find an open man, but again, you can wave that off. And now it's going to be 1st and 25 coming up for North Central after a hold. And again, part of that is great coverage down the field
that's
by
really
Southeastern.
When you're doing that here, and I know the Grove's extending the play, but that's all that is a coverage sack. The ball's not out on time, and thus you can't protect for that long.
North Central trying to win their first 2 games of a season for the first time in 6 years. That was also the last winning season for the Panthers back in 2020. That year the Panthers went 6-4 and had the misfortune of drawing Warren Central in the sectional opener and lost that game to their conference rivals 20-17. Panthers were last sectional champs back in 2018, where again their run ended by Warren Central that year on their way to a state championship. 1st and a quarter of the field. Toss play to Phillips. Well, if 1st and 25 was bad, 2nd and 27 is worse.
Right now, though, Rake, I'm okay with this because the clock is running.
Yep.
You're under 4 minutes now. You got to find a way to end this drive with a kick.
The other news of note here is that North Central has the ball first to start the 3rd quarter, Coach.
And that's why, as much as they can run the clock here, and again, they've done a great job of managing it. They've done a nice job of mixing it up here. There is no great 2nd and 27 play. So run a normal 1st and 10 play or second. Just try to get 8 to 12 yards here, and don't force it. Here comes pressure again.
Grove rolling right side and slings it in.
That was early. Nope. Okay.
So 3rd down and long, and I think North Central was hopeful for either maybe a late hit on Grove or a pass interference down the field, and they got neither. We have a player down for HSE, and I think we're still kind of untangling bodies on the North Central sideline. Player that is injured for Hamilton Southeastern that is being helped off the field is Miles Osborne, junior defensive back.
If you're Mike Kelly, you got to find a way to obviously not commit a penalty here. You want to get them to where they've got to be able to kick, and now we got a flag.
Yep.
I think I'm assuming the sideline was not real thrilled about the lack of call there, but you got to keep your composure. I think that's what Colin's saying. Hey, what was said? And that's where again the inexperience of these kids at times. You got to understand. Again that does you no good. Now you've got 3rd and probably close to 40, and again that's just not that's not how you win.
a game that's had a lot of kind of fits and starts to it. But to be blunt with you, has not been maybe as high scoring as we have thought.
We really thought
because the drives have frankly taken long for both sides.
Both sides have run the ball just enough. Oh, sideline warning.
Yep, so no actual yardage.
Gotcha, okay.
That's the official's way of being the get-back coach is what that is right there.
I don't understand it because, well, no, it wasn't a timeout. It was a player that was hurt, so you can't be on the field. That's why I think North Central might have thought it was a timeout, and it wasn't.
And this is just the third drive of the game for North Central. Reach pay dirt the other two times. This one has a degree of difficulty to it. Good running to keep
Look
going.
out.
And oh, my goodness.
He's gone.
We're going to do it again. Flag comes down.
Why did you hold? Oh, Javen.
It's going to be the wide receiver
What
down
are
the
you
field. So wave off the touchdown. The hold happened about 20 yards down the field.
Why would you even? Okay.
So it is a hold at about the 36-yard line.
He didn't need to.
It'll be 3rd and 16 coming up if the flag is in the right place. Let's take a look. It's on the wide receiver block. And it's the hold to pull the jersey right there.
Now, to Javen Brooks' credit, he had no idea where the ball was supposed to be on the other side of the field, and so he was in fine position. But once the guy starts breaking away from you, you don't need to grab him. Third and 16, I'm going to say that HSC is going to play somewhat of a base defense, play the sticks, and probably not bring 6. Might bring 1 linebacker, but I doubt if they bring 2.
6 penalty totaling 60 yards against North Central. So 3rd down and 16. Throw again, buying time.
Got him.
Throws and tipped away. Christofferson over to make the play. And the punt team likely to come off for North Central for the first time in this game.
And I said earlier, you want to end this drive with a kick. A punt is fine. You want to sit there and have great coverage. Super job here by HSC of playing base defense and really having minimal windows for Grove to try to find his receivers.
So less than 3 to play here in the quarter. For the first time, North Central will boot the ball away. Fowles on to do just that. To return men back deep. A shorter kick that is fielded by one of the upbacks, and Hobick runs this back and is taken down at the 28-yard line. Now you have heard Coach Schott fired up a couple times in this quarter. You know what other than football really fires him up? Raising Cane's. Hit the spot at Raising Cane's, where every chicken finger is hand battered and cooked to order. Every crinkle cut fry comes from grade A premium potatoes. Each thick sliced Texas toast is lightly brushed with Cane's garlic butter blend and grilled to golden brown perfection. And most importantly, with a secret recipe Cane's sauce is made in restaurant every day. The Cane's box combo is sure to hit the spot and leave you craving more. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Love me some Cane's, folks. I'll tell you what, if you're looking for some great chicken, that's a great place to start. Woo.
1st and 10. Johnson on the flat. Reed the catch. Coverage is there immediately. Steers him out of bounds, and now a late flag comes in.
Why are you pushing him? Why are you pushing him when he's 8 yards out of bounds?
So it is, as of now, a gain of 3. Is likely going to be a whole lot more.
I don't understand players. You're proving nothing by hitting somebody late, by hitting them out of bounds. Keep your mouth shut. Play football. Life is good, because this has a chance to be a 14-point swing. The whole touchdown call back. HSC is going to do their very best to get into the end zone, and all of a sudden we have a whole different ball game here. And again, North Central has to show some maturity here. Has to, again, get the play stopped. Carter Reed is done. There's no reason to keep throwing him and pushing him another 7 yards out of bounds.
7 plays, 75 yards, or 7 penalties, 75 yards against North Central so far, and they still maintain an 11-point lead. Hamilton Southeastern has their full complement of timeouts remaining. 1st and 10, 45-yard line. Handoff, Reed Bounces it outside and flag. This will go back the other direction.
Yep. We have seen HSC not be able to overcome some of these penalties. Anxious here in the last 2:34 of the half, if they can. Again, very inconsistent tonight. Hamilton Southeastern has made some great plays, both sides of the ball, but not consistently enough to be in the lead up to this point.
So the hold happened a yard past the line of scrimmage. So make it 1st and 19 coming up for Southeastern.
Good news is HSC has all 3 of their timeouts still, so the clock is not an issue.
You can tell these are 2 young football teams.
Yeah, they are. No, they are.
Handoff, Reed. Not much. We'll get credit for 3 on the play. And then another flag at the end of the play. 2 flags are down, in fact. These 2 are getting chippy like they're old rivals at this point.
Hard to win when you beat yourself. And that's the one thing that I know Colin Kofor's got to be going crazy right now is again, now this may be offsetting, but you got to have more discipline and control than that.
There are 2 flags on the field. Let's see if they're on the same play or same player. Unsportsmanlike against North Central. And so that is 15 yards. And the ball moves now to the plus side of the 46-yard line. It is still first down, but that's not a first down, if that makes sense. So it's 1st and a yard. Looking to flat for Kelly. Has the catch, knocked out of bounds at the 35-yard line, and that will move the chains after an 11-yard pickup. 2nd catch of the game for Carson Kelly.
Good job. The outside linebacker away from the play is just not understanding and cross-reading that. When the play goes away, you have to slow read it. You have to see, is anybody coming back to you? And right now they are fast-flowing, meaning they're going with the play call, and that bootleg is there all day long.
It's ball at the 35-yard line. Reed, zigging and zagging his way through, dives forward. They'll get credit for 9 yards. He's unofficially got 9 carries for 50 yards in the game.
Great job up front by the O-line. Super job, again, by Carter Reed of being patient, running north-south. Great job by the senior.
Reed will come out for this play. Second and 2. North Central walking up a couple of defensive backs here. Kern, the kick returner, is the ball carrier. He'll get the first down. He stopped after crossing the 25. Give Kern a gain of 3. And it's a Hamilton Southeastern first down.
Cam, just a sophomore. What I like what Spencer Fox is doing is he's rotating the back so they're all fresh. That's a big deal because they understand they're going to run the ball probably 35-plus times here tonight. So you want fresh legs.
It's the ball at the 24-yard line.
He's uncovered.
Johnson looking in the flat, and catch made. Pushed out of bounds after a gain of 11 yards and another Southeastern first down.
That was by alignment, and again, Hiddle doesn't get out wide enough and looks back inside, which I'm not sure why he's looking back at Johnson, but again, he just gets outflanked, and there's nobody there. This is easy. You can't look inside. That does no good.
Just as importantly for Southeastern, also stops the clock. Again, they've got all 3 timeouts. Clock is down to 1:02 left to go here in the half. Reed, the handoff. Reed to the 10, Reed to the 5, and Reed finally slowed there. And it sets up second down and short.
And right now, if I'm HSC, go, 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 because North Central is gassed. I like it. On the ball, run the same play. Get set.
Again, the handoff goes to Reed. Looks to bounce this outside. Should be enough for a first down. Now they will blow the play dead. And let's see if that's because of a Southeastern timeout. The answer is yes. So no official signal on first down yet, but it is going to be Hamilton Southeastern's first timeout of the contest. It is a first down. So first and goal now at the 3-yard line. We owe you a quick timeout. Let's step aside. Back in a moment on ISC.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on making the most craveable chicken finger meals, getting them right every time. That's why we hand batter every chicken finger, mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, salt every fry, squeeze every lemon, and brew every ounce. We do this inside every Raising Cane's, every day. Because when you do it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
First and goal for Southeastern now, the North Central 3-yard line. Looking for their first touchdown of the game.
Flag.
But that is legal in Canada and the Arena League, but not here.
I almost think the ball was snapped late. I don't want to blame the center, but the quarterback and so both Johnson and Reed were both leaning forward, and the ball wasn't there.
15 combined penalties between these two teams so far in the first half. First and goal, 8-yard line now.
Fresh back there with Alexander in the game.
Johnson will keep. Johnson. Touchdown. Now, was that a design play or not? Was that a busted play?
No, it was definitely. But again, you're North Central. Make the tackle. You talk all week how great, wonderful things are. You're in the backfield. You diagnose us. Give Deacon Johnson a lot of credit, but he's dead to right. Watch this here. They have him. Again, all you've got to do is make the tackle, and then all of a sudden it becomes a scrum. Great job by HSC. Great answer right before the half. Disciplined play by North Central caused or allowed this touchdown a lot easier.
Johnson, his first carry of the night. Another timeout given to Hamilton Southeastern with 19.9 to go in the half. We'll keep it here.
They may opt to go for 2 here.
Perky's Heating and Cooling. Call 317-984-5682. Perky's Heating and Cooling in Cicero. For all your heating and cooling needs, the many loyal customers that give rave reviews to the service provided by Perky's Heating and Cooling. Call John or Cindy at 317-984-5682. Set up an appointment. Perky's pride themselves on excellent service.
Yeah, I think they're going to go for 2. I like the decision. It puts them a field goal down. Puts a little more pressure on North Central, and the way that they're running the football or running that bootleg, I look for one of those 2 plays.
The offense does come back onto the field here. It's a 2-point try. North Central will have the ball to start the third quarter. It was a 2-score cushion. Now is down to 5 points and maybe down to 3. Johnson rolling right side. Buying time and incomplete. That was tough to thread the needle, kind of running that to the short side of the field. So 14-9 is our score. Let's take a quick timeout. Back in a moment as you're watching on ISC.
Gridiron Foundation is all about development. When they first start learning about football, all the way to high school, giving them opportunities with their hard work and the ecosystem we've built.
We take them out of their neighborhoods and put them in front of Division I coaches and give them a purpose and a chance to be successful after high school.
The type of growth that I've seen in our athletes and the Gridiron Foundation has been more off the field than on the field. That was the original purpose, to make well-rounded young men in life and community.
1, 2, 3, try it! Ball here. Harris scores. With 19 seconds remaining. Big players, big boy. I'm telling you right now, that's awesome. I love it. Oh! That's the finish. Taking the layup, take it. And an and one. Fly ball. Good ball.
So Marchione is on to kick this ball away. North Central is out of timeouts. HSC has one remaining. North Central a 5-point lead. This kick will reach the end zone for a touchback. Lance, what are you doing after the game?
I am going to get ready to probably watch some scores and get online and just see who's winning.
Well, in case you change your mind, you can stop by and hit the Pretender. After the game clock at 000, change the rhythm of your evening at the Pretender in downtown Nobles. You'll see it's on your way home. The Pretender puts carefully curated vinyl and vintage-inspired hi-fi sound center stage. Settle in with shareable plates and music that's never treated like background noise. Come for the record, stay for the experience. The Pretender Hi-Fi Lounge and Bar, where every night finds its groove.
Very great vibe. Very, again, it's kind of a throwback type of scenario. Great food and a nice place to go.
Certainly appears that North Central is going to say, you know what, let's just take a knee and get to halftime here. Grove takes a knee, and that will be that, and both sides will get to the break and kind of recalibrate for half number 2. North Central leads at 14-9, going to quarter number 3. Some things to like, some things to correct, going in both directions. We'll take this 2-minute timeout. Halftime show comes your way next. You're watching high school football on ISC and MyIndy TV.
At the University of Indianapolis, your education is just the beginning. Small class sizes means that everyone gets to know you, your goals, your dreams, and your vision for the future. UIndy empowers you with real-world, hands-on learning projects that transforms your potential into purpose. And it's just minutes from downtown Indianapolis, connecting you to our alumni network, internships, and careers. How's that for opportunity? So, are you in? Your future begins at the University of Indianapolis.
We build Indiana. The Laborers International Union of North America are building roads and bridges to get Hoosiers where they're going today and a new energy infrastructure that will keep Indiana competitive tomorrow. LIUNA's over 12,000 statewide members also grow local economies, earning good union wages, shopping where they live and work, and paying taxes. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
120 years in the game, our story runs deep. This is a new era. The look is fresh. The style is bold. Still the same pro ball club you love. An Indy tradition since 1902. In a city full of home teams, we're proud to be the original. Indianapolis Indians baseball.
Get your tickets today
at IndyIndians.com.
We will get to our halftime billboards and a special halftime guest coming up in a matter of moments. But I'll make sure I make note of the gentleman that's on your screen because he and I have been friends for 20 years. That is Brad Silbert, who is retiring as the public address voice of Hamilton Southeastern. The co-ADs for most of his tenure, Greg Habiger to your left, Jim Self to your right, and Ken Seitz, former AD, former baseball coach the baseball field is named after, as Brad is being presented with a Hamilton Southeastern letter jacket after 31 years as the public address voice for most sports at Southeastern. Rob Conant, our dear friend who works with us at ISC, is now full-time in the athletic department at HSE, taking over as an athletic kind of assistant and sports information director. He'll be the public address voice of Southeastern sports going forward. But Brad is being recognized, and I've lost track of the football games he has called. But in terms of girls and boys basketball, he is just shy of 1,000 games on the microphone. So he is being recognized for a wonderful career of service here in Hamilton County tonight. And I've known Brad for a long time, former broadcast partner of mine, one of the great guys to ever do this. Congratulations, Brad, on a wonderful run. With that, let's thank the following sponsors that make our broadcast possible. Thanks to the Gridiron Foundation, Growth, Development, Purpose. Find out more at gridiron.org. By the Indy Card Exchange, now offering in-person grading services. Find out more at indycardexchange.com. By NeighborServe. Visit neighborserve.com/ISC-sports or simply scan the QR code on your screen for 1 free month of home concierge. And by the Pretender Hi-Fi Lounge, where every night finds its groove. And thanks to our friends at Summers Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, proud to support high school sports. Let us also thank a new sponsor. Thanks to our friends at Elements Financial. Elements Financial, your local credit union, as they are now the sponsor of our halftime show. Another sponsor, you'll see their commercials later in the broadcast, our good friends at SVI Sportswear, and our buddy Anthony Leach has stopped by for a quick chat at halftime. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing well, Greg. Thank you for having me.
Your son just wrapped up 4 years at Hamilton Southeastern, and now he's going to be a Greyhound, and not the caramel variety. Welcome to the family at the University of Indianapolis.
I'm excited for him, and I know you know those stomping grounds well, and I'm really, really excited for him. It's going to be a great experience.
What's new with SVI Sportswear these days?
Well, SVIs can continue to grow, and we're getting more into football now, and we did the jerseys for Arsenal Tech recently, and some middle schools, and we're a full functioning sportswear company. Basketball has been our wheelhouse historically, but any sport really, football, baseball, softball, we can do it all. We also do work with businesses as well.
One of the great things about working with Anthony is that everything is done locally. If you need local help, there is someone on the other end of that phone line that can drive to you and be there immediately if need be, correct?
Absolutely. Our motto is create your own adventure, and we've been, very fortunate in 7 years of our history to create some adventures for some great customers.
All right, so website and or social for more on SVI.
SVIsportswear.com and also at SVI Sportswear. Real easy.
All right, so Anthony's a man of many talents. What has kept him very busy this week, other than taking his son to college, would be the Elite Players Only EPO basketball event that you run this time of year. Tell us about this week's get-together.
I tell you, Elite Players Only EPO has been the best. This is our 4th year, and it's been great. We've got over 1 million views on on our platforms, and just some really, really talented players. 5-star. Xavier. Isaiah Hill played a couple of nights ago, Cooper Zachary, Jason Gardner Jr. So we had some really talented guys and young ladies. Elle Miller, who's an 8th grader, has been, really great at the event for the first 2 weeks. We got our last week coming up here on Wednesday at Precision Fieldhouse.
So you've got EPO going now. Prep Ball Stars is always going. But I know it's somewhere in your mind you're also thinking about the upcoming Midwest Challenge coming up in May, correct?
Absolutely. And we're, stay tuned. We're working on where we're going to have it. But it may be close to the stomping grounds out here. I'll just kind of give you that as a thought. But it's going to be our 9th year, and this 2027 class, especially for the boys, there's a lot of talented players. Some I've already just mentioned, And so it's going to be a great competition for 4 states: Indiana, Illinois, Wisconsin, and Michigan.
By the way, Wisconsin one time represented by Pacers great Tyrese Halliburton. So to give you folks an idea as the talent you see. Again, back to the start of the conversation, SVI Sportswear, your team can be outfitted locally. Again, SVI Sportswear for more information. Thanks, my friend, and again,
thank you very much, Greg.
Good luck with that young man on the south side of Indianapolis.
Thank you. Congratulations to Brad. That's wonderful to find something that you love to do that long.
And you are correct.
So
you and I are both lucky on that front as well. Anthony Leach of SVI Sportswear, elite players only, and of course, the Midwest Challenge coming up in May. We'll take this quick time out. Before we exit stage left, you see our band on the field, and, well, they're presented now, too. Thanks to our friends at IU Kokomo, presenting our band presentation for the evening. IU Kokomo, bring on tomorrow. Lance Scheib rejoins us next. Halftime trivia after that, as you're watching on ISC and My Indy TV.
Never let the world dictate who you are, what your why is. Failure isn't possible as long as you believe in your why. This adventure is yours. Create it. Make it yours. Make it powerful. Make it count. Create your own adventure.
Ensure your family's comfort indoor this season with Summers PHC 19-point precision tune-up special for only $69. A tune-up of your system will keep your system running at peak efficiency, help avoid costly repairs, and extend the life of your system. Call or visit summersphc.com.
Good neighbors, great comfort. Summers Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling.
And that'll volley, oh my goodness, what a touch for the goal. Kept though by Lawrence North, and they'll score on it.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Now, that break was great to allow to catch up with our buddy Anthony Leach. By the way, his son Max is an HSE graduate here last year. But also gives chance for Lance to laser focus in on Wabash College halftime trivia. Little Giants football season begins a week from tomorrow when the Little Giants host Hampton-Sydney. Now, we learned last week that Lance knows exactly where that is. So he's not getting the same question a second time. After that game against Hampton-Sydney, all remaining games for the Little Giants are North Coast Athletic Conference games. Wabash was picked to finish third in the league this season. What school was picked to finish first? I'll give you some possibilities. DePauw, John Carroll, Wittenberg, or Wash U in St. Louis.
DePauw.
So Lance says DePauw. They were picked ahead of Wabash, but it's John Carroll who is picked to finish first.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
No, I should have known it was not going to be DePaul because of Wabash-DePaul rivalry.
Critical thinking.
I know, but initially because of what's going on there, but I look for the Little Giants this year to take a big step forward.
Jake Kilbert will do a great job, as he already has. He was 9-2 and was a bowl game winner last year. By the way, that Moonshot Boys was tremendous. Thanks for putting that on our screen. Again, John Carroll, by the way, ranked 9th in the D3 polls, DePauw 13th. Wabash will be a factor, too. Schedule your visits to Wabash anytime at wabash.edu. It is senior night already here at Hamilton Southeastern. The members of the band being honored. We'll take this quick time out. First half highlights come your way next as you're watching on ISC and My Indy TV.
What's in a name?
What's in a name? Ed Martin Automotive Group, the only name you need to know.
Jackson takes the handoff, throws the deep ball. He's got a man. Catch made. Rolling, throwing, has a man. First down, the grab by Cyrus. Billingsley keeps. Billingsley spins away from the tackle. Still going. Touchdown, Snyder.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
Senior night continues for the band here at Hamilton Southeastern High School. 14-9 the score. North Central leading Southeastern. Panthers will have the ball to start quarter number 3. Greg Rakestraw and Lance Shive with you. Lance, your thoughts as to what we saw in half number 1?
I thought it was two even teams. I thought both teams were kind of self-inflicted with some of the penalties. Great energy, great toughness. And I'm anxious to see the halftime adjustments, which, again, will determine the winner of this game.
Deacon Johnson completed his last 4 passes, 6 of 11 for 68 yards for Southeastern. Chase Grove, 6 for 12, 127 yards and a touchdown. Again, the offense is both positive, maybe not as high scoring as we thought, but penalties are going to be enough to drive both coaches crazy. 7 for 55 yards for Hamilton Southeastern. 8 for 90 yards for North Central.
Well, again, to win, you cannot beat yourself. Penalties are beating yourself. And really most of those penalties on both sides were of their own doing. And so I know that will be a point of emphasis by both coaches and coaching staffs.
We'll take this quick timeout. We'll come back with first half highlights as we're counting you down to quarter number 3. North Central 14 and Hamilton Southeastern 9. Third quarter action is not too far away on ISC and MyIndy TV.
We build Indiana. The Laborers International Union of North America are building roads and bridges to get Hoosiers where they're going today and a new energy infrastructure that will keep Indiana competitive tomorrow. LIUNA's over 12,000 statewide members also grow local economies, earning good union wages, shopping where they live and work, and paying taxes. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
At Indiana Members Credit Union, we're invested in more than just your finances. We're invested in your future, the future of your family, the well-being of the community you live in, and in those who dream big. Until those dreams become a reality, any bank can give you a loan or open an account. At IMCU, we care about more than just dollars and cents. We care about doing things that make sense. And investing in you makes good sense to us.
120 years in the game, our story runs deep. But this is a new era. The look is fresh. The style is bold. Still the same pro ball club you love. An Indy tradition since 1902. In a city full of home teams, we're proud to be the original. Indianapolis Indians baseball. Get your tickets today at IndyIndians.com.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium we see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Again, the moon an absolute beauty this evening. Let's take a quick look at our first half highlights, and while those fly by, Lance, what are the adjustments you see from these two teams in half number 2?
Both of them still have to be patient and run the football. I think they both have to, on defense, have to pick their spots to bring pressure. And I really think that open field tackling and the team that can limit the turnover and win the turnover battle wins this game.
So 14-9 our score at the break. North Central in favor of Hamilton Southeastern. Some of the other individual numbers: Carter Reed, 11 carries for 59 yards. Tank Averett, 6 carries for 31 yards and a touchdown. The receiving numbers were very well balanced. No player had more than 2 catches in the first half, led by Javen Brooks, who had 2 catches for 52 yards. We'll step aside. Third quarter action comes your way next on ISC and MyIndy TV.
When your criminal history has come back to haunt you one too many times, whether that is being unable to rent an apartment in secure housing, to repeatedly being denied a job, we believe in second chances and have given a second chance to many people who have turned their lives around for the better. Your past doesn't have to define your future. Mason Brower, your second chance starts here.
Ensure your family's comfort indoor this season with Summers PHC 19-point precision tune-up special for only $69. A tune-up of your system will keep your system running at peak efficiency, help avoid costly repairs, and extend the life of your system. Call or visit summersphc.com.
Good neighbors, great comfort. Summers Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
And that'll volley, oh my goodness, what a touch for the goal. Stepped over by Lawrence North, and they'll score on it. Oh my goodness, give it to him. Rolls through the lane, and he ducks him. Oh my goodness. Tonight's game on ISC and MyIndy TV, presented in part by Ambrosia Hospitality Group. A legendary taste comes to Carmel soon. By the Ed Martin Automotive Group, the only name you need to know. By LiUNA, the proud members of the Indiana Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions who build Indiana. We are LiUNA. By Raising Cane's at Chicken Fingers. Game days are better with Cane's. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love. And by Wabash College. Schedule a visit or apply today at wabash.edu.
Anxious to see who can come out and execute their adjustments from halftime. We saw it last week where Brownsburg came in and blew open a really close game. Anxious to see if that happens tonight, if one team will step up and answer and play 4 quarters.
Marcioni, who has a 48-yard field goal, is on to blast the ball away. Central 2 men back deep. We've had one, actually make it 2 kickoffs that have ended up in touchbacks. One of those went through the hands of a North Central receiver. And we will blow the whistle here. I think we had somebody that was in the field of play that wasn't supposed to be. One of the ball kids was in the field of play, hence the whistle. So let's try this again, shall we?
Great job by this officiating crew of just understanding that no flag, just let's do this and keep everybody safe. Problem is they need to go retrieve the kicking ball.
Correct.
There we go.
Which they have now done.
Yep.
An outstanding crowd on the Hamilton Southeastern sidelines, and if North Central can pick up this win, that'll help their crowd going forward in games. And football historically has been a struggle at North Central. Had a brief kind of 3-year run of success under Kevin O'Shea and trying to get back there again. And this kick will reach the end zone for a touchback, and North Central have the football at the 20-yard line.
We'll be anxious again to see. I really like what HSC has done defensively. They picked their spots on bringing pressure on North Central and Chase Grove. When they haven't got to him, Chase Grove has been elite. Great reads, good timing. Anxious to see if they can run the ball a little bit here and take advantage of HSC bringing pressure.
12 passing plays, 14 running plays so far for North Central. Averett vacates where the receiver came from. Christopher just kind of holds his ground and forces him back in, and what could have been a much bigger gain is limited to 3.
Great job of just speeding your feet, break down. Again, you've got help inside. Watch again. He keeps leverage, keeps him inside. Great job. So he did not make the tackle, but he caused him, Averett, to go back inside.
He didn't overcommit.
No, he didn't. And I tell you what, trying to bring Tank down one-on-one is not easy.
So 2nd down and 7. Ground game has been solid, not spectacular for North Central this evening. 57 yards and counting. Fake the handoff on the RPO and the slant. All kind of room. And again, that's been the star of the show tonight. Grove has been outstanding, but it seems like almost every pass is a chunk play for North Central. That's Brooks for 17 yards.
The ball, he's got elite ball skills. I love how Brooks plays, but again, the ball comes out of Chase Grove. And again, the ball placement is probably one of the biggest strengths that Chase has. Again, he allows the receiver to run after catch, which is why all these chunk plays that you're talking about are occurring.
So ball at the 40-yard line. Grove now 7 for 13, 144 yards passing and a touchdown. And he had 224 last week. A little more run-pass balance in terms of yards against Brebeuf last week. Grove looking, just buying time, and throws a jump ball and more or less throws that one away. Defensive back made a great effort to try to keep that in the field of play. That was Knox Borgerding that was back deep for Hamilton Southeastern. 2nd down.
Great job on the back end. I like what North Central's doing there by protecting Grove, which I like that, but even a better job on the back end of giving Grove nowhere to throw it. Super job there by HSE.
2nd down and 10. Just really 3 full drives from North Central. Had the ball for a kneel down at the end of the half. There's Averett finding room. And again, good job to kind of close up shop by Hamilton Southeastern. But that's still, after 3 yards and then contact, that was 7 yards and then contact. And it sets up 3rd down and short.
3rd and short, great job. I like watching Tank play again. But what I like what happens here is North Central is taking what the defense is giving them. They're out when they're outside the 2 tackles. With most of their players, they run the football, and when they're inside, they throw it. It's pretty simple, but great game plan.
Give him a little forward progress to bump it up to the 48. Has to get to the 50. Cowbell's out in force at Hamilton Southeastern. Grove. Good route combination. That is the older of the Averett brothers that will have it out to the 40-yard line. I have not called his name as much tonight. That's Demetrius on the grab for another key North Central first down with a gain of 12 yards.
Great starts up front. Great job of picking up pressure. Super job. The ball's out quick. I mean, the ball's out in less than 2 seconds. And when you can do that, there's really not much that the defense can do. Great timing there by North Central and their offensive skill players.
1st down and 10 for the Panthers. We do not have the 3rd down conversions in front of us. It's been significant for North Central tonight.
and they've been third and not short, but third and mediums and longs.
That was the exception.
Oh, my gosh. Got to go.
Play clock at 1. Didn't get it off in time. Yep, delay a game.
You got to go. There's got to be more urgency. I think Colin called timeout before the penalty.
So a timeout will be given here to avoid the penalty. So with that, we will step aside. Back in 60 seconds. 1st and 10 for the Panthers, and we come back on ISC and MyIndy TV.
What's in a name? What's in a name? Ed Martin Automotive Group, the only name you need to know.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Phillips, the tailback on this play for North Central. He had a touchdown run called back because of a hold on 3rd and long in the first half for North Central. He has spelled Averett well when given the opportunity. Nice couple of cuts here. Spun down again. Give credit to the 2nd and 3rd level. They're making good open field tackles. But at the same time, Lance, that's still now 5, 6, 7 yards a carry for North Central.
Great job. Super feet there. I like the play design. I love the fact, again, that North Central is running the football, just take pressure off their passing game.
Again, Phillips on the handoff, and not much doing there. You look at progress of a yard. Again, frankly, you're in 4-down territory here. And now it sets up 3rd down and 3.
I really like the way that Brenton Phillips has run the football, come in and spelled Averett when he needs to. His third and long 3. I think it's definitely 4-down territory here, so would not be surprised with a run, but I think they'll do exactly what the defense allows them to do.
Play clock at 12 on this opening drive of the half for North Central.
Light box, on spectacle, could be a run. Nope.
Whistles fly again. Flag, it comes in, and false start or illegal formation, one of the two going against North Central. 95 yards and penalties and counting against NC.
Remember, Dick Delahan used to always preach this. You can't win until you stop beating yourself. You got to win the kicking game. You can't be lined up off sides. You can't commit turnovers. You can't have these kind of penalties when you're causing it. And I think that's the headache and the growing pains that North Central is facing right now.
Toss play right side, Averett, and nowhere to go. He will lose yardage. Nowhere close to the line of scrimmage on that play. Now 4th and I'll say forward progress stopped at the 42-yard line, and here comes the punt team on after an ill-timed loss of 5 yards.
Great job that series by HSC, bending but not breaking on defense. I think that is a huge deal there. Get the ball back, and so now let's see what HSC can do offensively.
Fouls on for the punt, his 2nd of the night. And this one, fair catch called for and made at the 15-yard line after a kick of 28 yards. I want to thank our friends at College Prospects of America. The CPOA team knows college recruiting is available 24/7. Provide solutions that serve you. They're your total advocate. The CPOA team will work tirelessly to provide counsel and assess and seek answers for you and your family. From our first phone call through graduation and everything in between. Email Joe Polizzi at cpoateam@gmail.com for more information.
Well, nice job of adjustments. I think North Central did a great job of marching the ball down the field, ran some good clock that time, but super job by HSC of getting them off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
Southeastern has never led in this game. They can change that on this drive. Handoff goes to Reed, and again, Reed will charge forward out to the 22-yard line, give him a gain of 5, and set up second down.
North-south, I love it. I think that establishing the run does so much for HSC. It calms down everybody and just sets the tempo that you want to do. And again, if they can continue with that, they give themselves a very good chance of winning this game.
So second down and 5. Reed now 12 carries for 64 yards. 103 yards rushing so far for Hamilton Southeastern on the night. Johnson looking to find Kelly in the flat, and it's just a bit high, and that's kind of the second time we've seen kind of on that route that Johnson just kind of put a little too much on it.
Got to get his left shoulder at the target. Watch it here. Okay, he's got to get downhill still. His shoulder was at the line of scrimmage, not at the target. The ball's going to float. The ball's going to go where your shoulder takes it. In that case here, his shoulder was not at the target, so the ball floated.
So third down and 5.
Big third down here for North Central. Somehow can stop this. This will be a huge win for them.
Every Southeastern drive has crossed the 50. Handoff goes to Reed, and just enough. Got it. Got stopped right at the first down marker. Let him move the chains. 5-yard pickup. First down, Southeastern.
I give HSC credit for their interior because there's everything for North Central is pushed outside. There's not much fight by that front to be able to get back across the face because, again, they're running right through the center or right through A gap or B gap, and that's right up the middle.
Johnson, 6 completions, 68 yards passing. Kelly and Hall each with 2 grabs apiece to pace the passing game for HSC. North Central walks up a 5th to the line of scrimmage. Johnson will run because there's nobody on the opposite side of the field. He'll step out of bounds at about the 41-yard line. That'll move the chains after a 14-yard pickup.
Great job by the young sophomore of understanding coverage was there, pressure was there, and there was nobody for contain. You've got to have somebody that spies the quarterback or make sure that this can't happen. That did not happen from North Central. Great job by the young sophomore.
Johnson has not run a lot this year, but when he has, he's been successful. Had an 8-yard touchdown carry to end the first half. 5 carries for 37 yards on the season. And it's been a too tight or tight in an H-back set all night long. Handoff goes to Reed, and Reed, and nothing flashy, just straightforward. And with the extra effort, picks up 8 yards on that carry of the ball.
Well, Greg, as you're watching HSC move their tight ends, nobody moves on North Central. That means they have them outflanked. It's just a process where they've got more men at the point of attack than what you do. And again, until North Central changes that and bumps somebody over, they're going to keep doing it, or I would at least.
So second down and 2. Johnson, Reed, first down. He'll be stopped at the 46-yard line. So again, every HSE drive now has crossed midfield. That's good for a gain of 5 yards. Reed now 82 yards rushing. And again, giving up yards here has not been the issue for North Central, or frankly for Southeastern. It's been finishing drives, which they did the last time down the field.
Absolutely, and right now North Central is getting upfield way too much and too easy. This, I mean, again, they're not even having to be blocked.
Johnson looking for the deep ball. He'll throw it. Has a man in Hobick, and got it. Catch made at the 1-yard line. 45-yard completion. First and goal for Southeastern.
We got some kind of flag, but I'm trying to find out where it is.
Well, the North Central sideline thinks this is coming back.
Yeah, I think there's something. Yeah, they're talking. What a throw, though, by Johnson. Great route by Hobick. I mean, I thought he scored. Fantastic job. Great protection.
No, I think they're saying it's a catch. Yep, that is a catch. So if there is a penalty there, it's going to be against North Central. If there is a penalty involved at all, waiting for a signal.
No.
So first and goal to 1 yard line after the completion. Obik's second grab of the night. He had 2 touchdowns last week. That one's good for 45 yards. So conversation, but it appears no flag on the play. Well, it's So it'll be half the distance to the goal. First and goal now inside the 1. Johnson's throwing the shotgun here. That is not atypical in football these days. Handoff to Reed, scores it. Touchdown, and Southeastern's in front for the first time with 5:45 left to play in the third quarter.
Right up the middle. They've done it all game long. Fantastic job. Interior by the offensive lineman of HSE. Great job by Carter Reed, picking his whole super job by the senior. Watch this here. Whew. Parting of the sea.
And with that, because of going for 2 earlier and not making it, Southeastern now will try for 2 again. Trying to make this a field goal score, and now we'll see the resolve of North Central. See if they can bounce back after leading 14-3 and frankly having a couple of chances to extend that lead even further. Johnson will pull. He'll run it and won't make it. North Central had another helmet go flying at the end of the play, but no flags thrown. So 15-14, Southeastern with a 1-point lead. We'll step aside, back in 60 seconds on ISC and MyIndy TV.
Never let the world dictate who you are, what your why is. Failure isn't possible as long as you believe in your why. This adventure is yours. Create it. Make it yours. Make it powerful. Make it count. Create your own adventure. S-V-I-D.
Shot at the buzzer. She got it! Oh my goodness, what a shot!
Hello! Did it again. Hello! Made the highlight reel again. That goes to Mentor and all kinds of room to run. Down the middle of the field, and he will not be touched. Jackson, hello! There we go.
Stokes throws it, caught, ball ricochets.
Wow.
A huge hit.
Wow. This has been an amazing display of goal scoring.
Student section is always top-notch here at Hamilton Southeastern. Their first home game of the year. They got 4 of them this year. Next one is the Mudsock game. Short kick, fielded inside of the 10-yard line. Averett will bounce it outside, and it'll be wrestled down just shy of the 30-yard line. Tonight's game is brought to us in part by the Indy Card Exchange. They want to buy your collection at their 96th Street location just west of I-69. Plus, you can sign your kids up for the free Indy Card Exchange Kids Club if they are 13 or younger. Kids Club perks include a free monthly gift, a birthday month gift, and report card rewards twice a year. Find out more when you log on to IndyCardExchange.com or by scanning the QR code that is on your screen. All right, what's the response here from North Central?
Well, they got to find a way to get back into a rhythm offensively. I think they have to be able to take what the defense gives them, but more than anything else, just don't beat yourselves with penalties.
On the handoff, there's room. Averett has a first down and still going. I think there was an A button and B button involved there somewhere, and then
flag.
A late hit, and flags come flying, and The penalties have kind of swung towards North Central. This one likely going the other way, so let's do the math first. The gain on the ground is 20. And now let's see what gets tacked on after that.
It's going to be a late hit out of bounds. You'll see it here. Great job by our camera crew again. Great job by Tank here keeping this hit right there. Can't do that.
So 15 yards against Hamilton Southeastern. That is now 8 penalties for 70 yards against the Royals.
Got to keep your composure. Great game. Two very evenly matched teams here. Not as many points as we thought might be scored because defensively they're doing a good job, both teams.
It's the ball at the 38-yard line now. And Everett inside of the 35. And again, folks, that should have been a loss of 3. There's 2 defenders waiting on him, and he bumps it outside for a 4-yard pickup.
And that is just keeping the HSC defense off balance a little bit here because when they're in space, North Central has the advantage. And so, again, you've got to try to use the sideline and bounce everything to the sideline if you're Southeastern.
So 2nd down and 6. Run game is picked up here in half number 2 for North Central. They'll run it again here. Try to bounce it outside, and Phillips, maybe doesn't have average speed, but has done a good job of making a cut and going.
Yeah. And
picks up 2.
He's long, and again, he doesn't look like he's doing much, but all of a sudden he's picking up 3, 4, 5 yards. And again, you're now 3rd and manageable. Great job. I like what David Walker's doing here. Again, I think he's fantastic as a play caller. And so now you've got a 3rd and 5. Again, I would be surprised with a run based on the front.
Grove 2 completions here in the 3rd quarter. And it's been much more on the ground here in this second half for North Central. Trips to the top side. That's likely where the ball's heading. And Grove, exactly. And Everett, as in the older brother, and Demetrius to the 15-yard line. And again, partner, you and I have watched enough football together. You talked about how North Central's not shifting on defense. HSE didn't that time either.
No, and great window. There was very little of a window, but when you motion to trips and you overload it and no one's bumped out, you're making for an easy read for quarterback Chase Grove.
Has to be points on this drive for North Central. And trailing it by 1 as the clock rolls past 4 minutes left to go in the quarter. Fake the handoff, throwing for the end zone, tipped away.
Great play.
Coverage provided by Christofferson.
Fantastic play there by Zach Christofferson. What I love about it, he didn't panic. I love it. He's there. He turns, finds the ball, locates it. Great play. Had the proper hand there to knock the play away or the ball away. Great job.
2nd down. Grove now 9 for 17, 173 yards. North Central scored their first 2 drives of the game. Have not found the end zone since. Grove tried to throw the crossing pattern, and well, frankly, because HSE had dropped into a zone, there was not much there. Back-to-back incompletions, 3rd down.
There they swung the back. If we see the replay here, they swing the back, hoping the linebacker will vacate. He didn't, and they did a great job of trading it off and kind of caught Grove off guard.
What sort of confidence do you have in your North Central in your kicking game here if you don't get the first down here?
I don't know. I don't know enough about them to really make a comment there. I think a lot of it's going to be based on what they get here. If they don't get 5 yards, I think they kick it.
Play clock at 1, snapped in time. Blitz coming. Grove feels it. Looking, throws, jump ball, end zone, and throws an interception. Well, that's the last thing you can afford to do there. No points on the drive. HSC gets the stop. They'll have the football at their own 2-yard line.
Trying to do too much there. Again, he's there. You've got a chance for points. I get it. He's got pressure. He gets off his timing there. Doesn't want to take a sack. The good news is the ball's on the 2-yard line. if there is a silver lining there, the ball's on the 2-yard line. So if you're North Central, how do you bail the offense out? By causing a three and out here.
That is Christopherson on the pick.
If you're HSC here and you're Spencer Fox, you want to get 2 first downs. 2 first downs. Anything after that is icing on the cake. 2 first downs allow you to get out of your own end and punt the thing with no problems.
Given the way that HSC has run the football, you like your chances.
Absolutely.
This is Alexander that is the back. Gets the handoff and plows forward. Ennis there to meet him. But Alexander will take it out to the 6-yard line, call it a gain of 3. And
there's a flag on the play. I don't know if there's a face mask or what was happening there.
Well, Ennis' helmet comes off.
I wonder if the flag is because of that, so they rip the helmet off.
So it is a gain of 3. Alexander now 6 carries for 31 yards. And frankly, if your helmet is ripped off, the player's allowed to stay in the game in that scenario.
So my question is, did it get ripped off, or did he take it off? If he took it off, that's a penalty.
Also the case. So we await the words of Rick Frank to determine what the call should be. And it's a personal foul against Hamilton Southeastern, which tells me again, somebody removed the helmet for him.
So he should be able to stay in the game.
Which is why his coach has told him to go back in the game.
Yep.
So the forward progress to the 6, and that's basically wiped off on the penalty. Half the distance to the goal.
I'm going to see a repeat of what we've seen already, and I'm going to take the and I'm going to go north and south.
And the down counts there.
Yes,
so second down. Alexander again. And Alexander, ball is out. Who's got it?
Oh.
Think Southeastern fell back on it. They did. That was bad. It could have been a whole lot worse. 3rd down and long.
So one thing you cannot do is turn the ball over, especially inside your own, your 5-yard line. And great job again of knocking the ball out. Let's see if we can see it here. Oh, he never got it. Oh.
An interception by Christopherson was the first turnover we had in the game in either direction. But 3rd down and long. Just how brave are you on the play call here?
Take a shot or hand the ball off.
It is the latter. Hand off to Alexander, and
no,
he's
short.
Just shy, I think. Let's see. No, they're giving him a 1st down. Got the 1st down. Big 1st down for Southeastern.
If you're North Central, you cannot let a north-south, again, you got to make some adjustment. You got to pinch it. You got to do something to make them bounce it. And right now, they're getting upfield. They're just getting washed upfield, and you got to make an adjustment.
On the handoff. And that's out to the 15-yard line for a gain of 3. And that is Reed that is back in the game.
What a great job there by the offensive line and Carter Reed. Just on making that 1st down. Huge deal. Again, you want to get one more, and then again you feel good about things. North Central, you're there. I like what's going on. They're fighting, but they just have to fight pressure a little bit more.
Reed now 17 carries, 85 yards, and a touchdown. Right now that is the game-winning touchdown for Southeastern. Again, the handoff to Reed, and Reed follows his blockers, dives forward. Going to be shy of the 1st down, gets the 21-yard line, gain of 6. And call that 3rd and a yard, maybe 2.
Once again, nice job. They're just kind of picking away at this thing here. The clock is running. They're establishing the line of scrimmage. They're reestablishing the line of scrimmage. HSE is. And Carter Reed is doing what he needs to be able to do, and that's move these chains.
Nothing flashy. That's all.
No.
Just basic. Basic can be great. 3rd and a yard. 8 in the box here for North Central. They get on the handoff. First down. Didn't get much, didn't need much. He'll pick up 2 or 3. And there's the 2 first downs, Lance, you were talking about.
I would say to Spencer Fox, don't get bored. Don't get bored. It's okay. When you're moving the chains here, you get a fresh back end. Super job by the senior Carter Reed. But don't get bored. You're winning at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage. Let your offensive lineman win this game for you.
Tanner Alexander's conversion on 3rd and 11 may end up being the play of this game.
Yeah. Great point.
And now, in theory, Southeastern can at least get this to the 4th quarter. This time off right tackle. And again, that'll be a first down. It's the first time really it's been bounced outside. That's Kern, I believe, on the carry.
It is. You're moving both tight ends over. No one's adjusting. You have the edge. Watch this here. I could run this. There's nobody there. There's nobody to touch him until he's 7, 8 yards downfield. You've got to roll down. You've got to do something to make this uncomfortable for HSE, and right now that's not happening.
174 yards rushing and counting for the Royals at this point. We're down to less than half a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. Was 14-3 North Central, was 14-9 at halftime. Southeastern with the ball in a 1-point lead and playing keep away. Get on the handoff, that's Reed. Reed, first down and wrapped up past the 50-yard line. So that streak continues. Every drive has crossed the 50 for Southeastern, and that is a gain of 14 yards.
Great job that time. They went to 2 tight end set, which spread out the front. They pulled the tight end and the backside guard, and Carter Reed does what Carter Reed does and goes north-south and makes first downs.
Reed over 100 yards rushing tonight, and we are on to quarter number 4. All the men on the side of Hamilton Southeastern. They've already moved the ball half a length of the football field in this drive and looking for more when we come back. 4th quarter, Everwise Field comes your way next as you're watching on ISC and MyIndy TV.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
Tonight's game presented in part by Perky's Heating and Cooling. Call 317-984-5682. Perky's Heating and Cooling in Cicero for all your heating and cooling needs. The many loyal customers that give rave reviews and service provided by Perky's Heating and Cooling. Call John or Cindy at 317-984-5682 to set up an appointment. Perky's pride themselves on excellent service. Greg Rakestraw and Lance Scheib with you on ISC and MyIndy TV. 15-14 Southeastern in front. It's been all on the ground. Reed again left side, again first down, and it's now what was 5 and 6 yards of carries becoming 10 and 11 yards every time he touches the ball.
And Rake, I thought we had a new ball carrier there. I think we had 6 for HSC there.
You are correct. That is Hudson Tambasco. 5th different ball carrier night for Hamilton Southeastern. Gets the handoff here, follows his blockers, escapes out the left side, inside the 20-yard line, down to the 19, a gain of 17 yards.
Great job. Again, same play, different back, but I like what's going on there. Again, fresh legs. If you're going to run the football, I like the idea of multiple backs. And, again, you've got a great play there by the different running backs. I like the bell cow and Carter Reed, but I also like resting him a little bit so he's fresh here in the fourth quarter.
Adamson, Sutter, Brandon Berger, DeBolt, and Thompson, the guys up front that have gotten the job done all game long for Southeastern. Now Reed is back in. Now Reed kind of picks his way, finds a lane outside. It'll be steered out of bounds at the 6-yard line. But it's a first down every time Southeastern snaps the football.
And this is the fear that I think North Central had coming into this was, could they hold up front? And again, they've done a pretty good job, but I just give HSC credit. They're playing with multiple backs, and their offensive line and 2 tight ends are doing a great job of winning the line of scrimmage.
I'll say that Reed stepped out of bounds at the 7. So first and goal from there. Reed again. No need to change the formula here. He is brought down at about the 3 or the 4-yard line. Open field tackle made by Kenneth Still. We've got a North Central player down on the field at the edge of the play. That'll stop the clock with a little less than 11 minutes left to go into the contest as the training staff and Coach Colin Kofer will come to check on the injured North Central player.
Now, the one thing, Rake, if HSC is able to score, you're still a 1-score game. They would be up 8, saying they go 4-1, and so North Central not all is lost. I think again they're going to have to score to win this game either way.
After the game clock hits 000. Change the rhythm of your evening at the Pretender in downtown Noblesville. Pretender puts carefully curated vinyl and vintage-inspired hi-fi sound center stage. Settle in with shareable plates and music that's never treated like background noise. Come for the record, stay for the experience. The Pretender Hi-Fi Lounge and Bar, where every night finds its groove.
Looks like it might be a cramp. Hopefully he's okay. Yeah, there, all the indicators there of a cramp. The problem is, you can drink all the water you want now, but normally it's really hard for that, for it to help you at this point. Talk so much about what you do the night before the game. So Wednesday night, that sleep is incredibly important. Thursday, you're normally excited so you don't sleep great. But just the hydration, the food intake is so important during the week to allow your body not to be able to cramp up. And so I know that Colin Kofer will talk about that with his team.
So Ennis making the slow walk across the field. Some score updates to pass along to you. Zionsville leading Lawrence Central 17-12. That is going to the fourth quarter. Lawrence North all over Fishers, 48-0 is that score elsewhere. As you do have a lot of MIC versus HCC games taking place tonight. So second down and goal at the 4-yard line. After that last carry went for 3. Again on the handoff to Reed. Reed cuts it back inside, keeps the legs churning, down just inside of the 1-yard line. Third down and goal. Taking a couple of extra plays here is not the worst thing in the world to keep the North Central offense off the field.
Clock is running again. North Central's in the play here. You got to keep your head up and run your feet. When you don't do that, bad things happen. You can get hurt, but more than anything else, you just got to keep playing hard.
Johnson goes under center, which means it's quarterback sneak time on the plunge. He's in. Touchdown, Southeastern. Second rushing touchdown for the QB tonight and make it 21-14. Well, there's been a score in every quarter for Southeastern tonight. And there is a flag down, I think, at the end of the play. Touchdown was signaled from the near sideline. 10-12 left to go. It is 21-14. And are you thinking 2 to make it a 2-score game here, or?
I think a lot of it's been on who's his penalty on. Because I don't know if they were. Again, I didn't see much. I know they were trying to strip the ball away, so maybe they were playing. They were continuing to play after the game, and I think he's going to take it on the kickoff because he wants a shorter field. I think he'll kick it from the regular.
Touchdown is good. Post possession. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Hamilton Southeastern. And that'll be enforced on the kickoff. Johnson's second touchdown run of the night. And again, an extra point makes it 8. Still a one-score game. If you go for 2, you can make it 9. Southeastern is 0 for 2 on their 2-point tries this evening.
I tried to FaceTime Cindy, but she said that she was.
Looks like they're going for 2 again.
Correct.
And I don't mind that call because you're up 7. You're up 7. You score this 2-point play, and now it's a 9-point game, and that really makes it difficult for North Central.
So Reed is the setback. That scoring drive, 97 yards.
Great defining drive.
And every bit of it on the ground. Handoff goes to Reed. No need to overcomplicate the matter. It worked for you all the way down the field. Do it one more time. Third time's the charm of the 2-point conversion. It is a 2-score lead for HSE. 23-14 is the score. Southeastern scored 20 unanswered. Back to Fishers in a moment as you're watching on ISC.
Wabash men are leaders. In this environment, self-governance is a way of life. Students develop strong leadership skills in classes and labs, on the field and stage, and in clubs and organizations. These men are prepared to take on campus and the world beyond. 1 in 10 of our graduates hold high leadership positions. CEOs, presidents, owners, founders, you name it. When you want to lead, go to a college that produces leaders. Come to Wabash. Lead more.
Jackson takes the handoff, throws the deep ball. He's got a man. Catch made. Rolling, throwing, has a man. First down, the grab by Cyrus. Billingsley keeps. Billingsley spins away from the tackle. Still going. Touchdown, Snyder. So again, there was the 15-yard penalty that was enforced after the touchdown. 10th penalty of the game against Southeastern. So this kick will be returnable, and it's from the 25-yard line. North Central's return men standing at their own 15. Marchione puts the ball into this one, or puts a leg into this one. Fielded by Averett rather, at the 15, to the 35, to the 40, to the 45, and that penalty had some teeth to it because North Central now has the football just shy of midfield. Tonight's game presented in part by Liuna, the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with laborers, district, council, and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are Liuna.
With 10:04 left, there's no reason to panic here. If you're North Central, you got plenty of time. You want to just stay in your rhythm. David Walker, I think, has called a great game, and I think you've got to stay balanced. And there's no reason just to chuck it all over the yard right now.
First down and 10 at the 48-yard line. Quick hitter, catch made, first down, tackle eventually made, a gain of 13 yards, and again, that's Javen Brooks, his 4th catch of the night, totaling 82 yards.
I love that's just a quick flash fake, which holds the linebackers inside, so now they can't get underneath that play. Watch this here, real quick, boom, ball's out, because the linebacker has to honor that, and so he can't just bail out there. So I like the play design there by North Central.
The Panthers have not scored since early in the second quarter. Drove the ball length of the field last drive, but game's only turnover on a Grove interception. Averett bounces it outside, cuts it back inside, and again, man, he does not need much space to make something happen. That's a gain of 7 yards.
Great job because, again, Tank realized everything was coming through the middle. Great job of bouncing it outside. He out-leveraged the defense. Super play on first down.
North Central kind of going into mid. They're not hurry up, but they're also not taking. They know they got to move with being a 2-score game.
They're in a good rhythm here,
Yep.
and I like that.
Tempo number 2. They trailed for a chunk of last week's game and came back to winning against Brebeuf. This time, nowhere to go. Back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Averett now 13 carries for 68 yards and a touchdown. And it's 3rd down and 3.
Again, playing against North Central, I want to try to box the running backs in. They are quick, but they're not the biggest. Again, Tank is 5'7", 180. And so inside there's less space to operate. I like the adjustment there by the HSC defense.
Timeout, Hamilton Southeastern. Southeastern saw something they did not like, and they will take a timeout. Let's take it with them. Back in 60 seconds, 3rd and 3 when we come back to Southeastern on ISC and MyIndy TV.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
3rd down and 3 here for the Panthers at the Southeastern 32-yard line. Grove, catch made, and
catch.
Demetrius Averett goes out and makes sure he takes that away from a defensive back.
Wow.
I think the eyes got big thinking about a possible pick. Instead, it's a 5-yard gain and a 1st down.
That was the best catch of the night. That was a rope by Chase Grove, but what a catch there by Demetrius. Holy mackerel.
So ball now at the 27-yard line. We pass 8 minutes left to go in the game. 2-score lead for Southeastern on the draw, nothing doing. Contact made and nowhere to go. Pocket collapsed that time by Southeastern.
They're just HSC's bringing more than North Central can block, and so the biggest thing is now is can Averett just make somebody miss, because again there's more there than they can handle.
KJ Mallett was back to make the play. 2nd and long. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining. Let's try to slow things down.
Here comes pressure.
Southeastern with 5 at the line of scrimmage. One guy will vacate here. Grove
got him.
Looking deep. Couldn't get rid of the football. Still looking, and eventually goes down. It will be a sack. It'll be a loss of 3 on the play, and it sets up 3rd down. And because he went down inbounds, clock will continue to roll. First time that Grove, well, he's been under pressure tonight. First time he has been sacked.
I thought he had him right now. There's something that spooked him a little bit. I like the fact he's trying to make a play as eyes are downfield. Wants to try to get out of bounds next time to conserve some of that clock, as you talked about, Rick.
Given how successfully Southeastern run the football, North Central has to score on this drive.
Yes.
It's a difficult task as it is. It gets even worse if no points here.
Seam route here.
3rd and 15.
Seam route.
You saw it.
Oh.
Just couldn't hang on.
Catch the ball. Yeah, they were lined up wrong, and it's one-on-one. He had him. Demetrius has had a great game. He's got to be able to make that catch.
Well, not much choice here. Down 9 with 6:16 to play. 4th and 15. Not exactly a play caller's dream. But North Central has converted kind of similar distances, if not downs, tonight.
I would almost delay blitz, but I would play the sticks here.
2 safeties are lined up about 2 yards in front of the 1st down marker as we speak. Need to get this football to the 18-yard line.
Here comes pressure.
Here comes the blitz. Grove steps up, fires, looking for the end zone, and knocked away. Just underthrew his target a little bit.
Yep.
That was Waddell that was the target. Turnover on downs. Southeastern's defense pitching a second-half shutout, and the Royals will take over at their own 33-yard line.
Really impressed with just the back end of Southeastern. And again, I like what Chase does there. He gives it a chance. Just didn't give enough oomph on it, but he gave his receiver a chance there. A super job. Give HSE a lot of credit on the back end. Gave up a lot of yards last week. They've answered the call, especially here in the second half.
Yeah, 54 points allowed last week. Gave up 2 touchdowns on the opening 2 North Central drives. Panthers have not scored since. North Central can stop it twice, but they've got to find a way to stop the ground game here. Johnson on the handoff. That's Kern. And he'll charge off the right side, and he'll pick up 7. And again, that's simply not good enough from the North Central perspective. It's perfect from the HSE point of view.
Clock is running. You're getting 7-8 yards a crack here. It's really what Mike Kelly really ordered up and wanted his offensive line to respond from last week. His kids responded. They played hard. He really likes this group of kids, and just felt like just a few tweaks here, and he felt like they listened all week. So I'm not surprised they're playing well.
2nd down and 3. Again, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Keep handing the ball off. Just shy of the first down. Officially 2. 3rd down and a yard.
Nice job of stepping up there by the North Central defense, but again, you got to win first down. When you're giving up 7 yards, and now it's 2nd and 3, now it's 3rd and basically yes or less than a yard, it's just not a recipe for success.
Sledge on the tackle for NC. But it's 3rd down and less than a yard. And I think you know the play call that's coming by now.
Coming this way. Nice cut.
And again, not much, didn't need much. 1st down. Gain of 3. Well, to put in perspective, Hamilton Southeastern has attempted 2 passes in the second half. One of them was a 45-yard completion down to the 1-yard line. So it's been effective when they have done it, but it has almost been Service Academy football, understandably so, in the 4th quarter.
When you can win at the point of attack and your offensive line can do the things they've done here, I just, again, don't get bored. It's what's working this game, and so you have to have a team concept here of taking what the defense gives you.
1st and 10, 45-yard line. Play clock is at 6. Johnson doing a good job of draining as much time off the clock as possible. Kern did not skip leg day as he keeps the legs going. Still going, and finally wrestled down at the 33-yard line, a gain of 22 yards.
That is some fresh legs on offense and some tired legs on defense is what that is, and that's why, again, if you've got a stable of backs here, which they have, and again, he is just pounding and pounding. Legs don't stop. He's getting some help from his offensive lineman, and he almost comes out that scrum.
And you are really, again, North Central's got 2 timeouts. You're really a 1st down from ice in this one at this point.
I agree.
Back to Reed. Reed finds a seam, does get tripped up from behind, but again, that's still 6 on 1st down.
And if you're a North Central fan, folks, you're better. Your kids have done a great job. They missed a few opportunities in the first half where the score could have been much different. The ball didn't bounce their way, but they are competing. They're playing hard. It's been a really good game.
2nd down and 4. Last year, this was a 31-7 game in favor of Hamilton Southeastern at North Central. Play clock is at 5 as Johnson is running. Again, the handoff goes to Reed, and Reed should be enough for a 1st down. I think it'll move the chains. Needed 4 and got 5. And whether you're going to want to or not, you're going to have to start burning timeouts unless you're just, at this point, acknowledging that you don't have enough time or Energy to make up a 9-point gap if you're North Central.
You use your timeouts, Rake, if you can win on first down. If it's 2nd and 2 again, I mean, I know you need to because you got to stop the clock, but you want to win on first down, make it 2nd and 9, 2nd and 8, but I think Colin's walking down there now to call a timeout after this play regardless.
And again, the sophomore quarterback is doing a great job on time management
Yes,
for
he is.
HSC. Kern bounces it outside. Kern. But he does step out of bounds, so he does a solid for North Central, even though he does pick up 6 more yards on the play. That'll stop the clock with 2:17 left to go.
Great job by Kern of, other than stepping out of bounds.
Right.
Great job of watch the cut. There's nothing there. Sees no color out wide. Again, now just stay in bounds if possible.
So 2:17 left to go.
And they'll talk about that tomorrow in films. Is, hey, you got to understand what we're trying to do here, and that's keep the clock running.
That's a mistake you can live with if you're Hamilton Southeastern.
Absolutely.
And Kern, just a sophomore. North Central bringing everybody, and that fact they had lined up in kind of the double A gap blitz may have caused HSC to move, and it is a false start.
It's hard, especially when you're running. I mean, you're pulling the backside guard, so he's trying to get a running start. They creep up into his gap, so he's just trying to get just a little bit of a head start.
And listen, honestly, for Southeastern, you're not concerned about points right now.
No.
Your goal is first down.
Yep.
First down is what you're looking at. And thanks to Tillman Clark and Drew Tower and Rob Conant, the great folks at Southeastern. Great to see Jim Self up here in the press box.
Good man.
Yep. He and Greg Habegger both longtime co-ADs here at Southeastern.
They moved again, I thought.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought they did.
12th penalty of the game against Southeastern, totaling 98 yards. Well, thank our friends at the Ed Martin Automotive Group. When it comes to your next vehicle, Ed Martin's the only name you need to know. And Ed Martin is always proud to support both the Wildcats and the Bears, not to mention the Royals of Hamilton Southeastern and the Tigers of Fishers and the Millers of Noblesville and the Indians of Anderson. Okay, you get my point. So 2nd and 14 here for Southeastern.
Good news is what they want to do is continue to run the football and run the clock. If you're a North Central fan, you want to try to get them down, call a quick timeout, and try to force a punt, or not a punt, but a field goal here.
Clock is not rolling. So you kind of take the snap here whenever you're ready if you're HSC. North Central brings everybody. And Reed goes into the teeth of it, and there's the timeout for North Central. So with that, we will take our final timeout of the game as well. 2:11 left to play. Southeastern 23, North Central 14. We're back in 60 on ISC and MyIndy TV.
Gridiron Foundation is all about development. When they first started learning about football, all the way to high school, giving them opportunities with their hard work and the ecosystem we've built.
We take them out of their neighborhoods and put them in front of Division I coaches and give them a purpose and a chance to be successful after high school.
The type of growth that I've seen in our athletes and the Gridiron Foundation has been more off the field than on the field. That was the original purpose, to make well-rounded young men in life and community.
1, 2, 3,
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Back at Everwise Field, 3rd down and 11. You got to get a stop here if you're North Central and just kind of hope for the best. Ball at the 25-yard line, and it's been all on the ground, and that will not change here. Counter play goes left side. That's Kern, and Kern's got it. First down, dive down inside of the 10-yard line. at the 7-yard line, a gain of 18. And North Central can stop it just one more time the rest of the way.
You now, if you want to, you can be in my favorite formation, where you don't have to, again, all you're going to do is victory formation. Technically, they can stop it one time.
It looks another cramp for a North Central player as the reason for the stoppage in play. So it'll be 1st and goal for Southeastern. You know, and if you're North Central, frankly, the only hope you have now is let Southeastern score.
Right.
Player that is down for North Central. One of their team captains, that's Miguel Downey, but had 4 tackles last week for North Central, is the player being stretched out in tonight's game. Again, our post-game show, we will be as brief as possible, knowing we are kicking it back to the Zone and Wish TV. Great to hang out with Andrew Chernoff before tonight's game. Tonight's game sponsored in part by the Ambrosia Hospitality Group. Ambrosia Hospitality Group, for nearly 50 years, Ambrosia has been serving Italian food rooted in family tradition at College and Kessler. Now that tradition is coming to Carmel. Ambrosia Carmel is opening soon, alongside Acanto, an all-new oyster bar. 6 locations, 1 family, nearly 50 years of hospitality. Visit ahgindy.com to explore all of their locations. I live 5 blocks from Ambrosia. Trust me, I know it well. Thanks to Dan Cage, former Indiana All-Star, his days at Chittard High School, for coming on board as a sponsor of our broadcast this year. Some of the cars starting to head towards the exits here at Southeastern. Clock rolls now, and again, Southeastern does not need to be in a hurry here. They're better served not being in a hurry, but they take the snap, hand it off to Kern, and Kern will be dropped at the 5-yard line, and I'm not sure North Central at this point is going to use that final timeout in a 9-point game. Kern unofficially now 9 carries for 79 yards. Approaching 300 yards rushing. Sorry, partner, here for Southeastern.
Yeah, I'll be anxious to see if they go victory formation, just keep running it straight up the middle.
You're going to want to burn that final time. I normally coach would be kind of farther down the sidelines. I think he realizes.
Do that. Yeah, I agree.
Kern the handoff, and Kern taken down at the 2-yard line. And if Southeastern chooses, they can simply take a knee once this gets past the 40-second mark and
it's over.
Likely call this game.
Which is what I think they'll do.
Complete. So it'll be a 6th consecutive win for Southeastern over North Central. Southeastern, both teams will go to 1-1 on the campaign. It's kind of a debate whether Southeastern just burns a timeout here or takes a knee. I think they're going to take the timeout just to kind of set everything up here.
Yep.
Make sure everybody's on the same page. And here comes the timeout by Southeastern. Our game next week, one that you and I have called many times, we haven't seen for a handful of years. The Copper Kettle rivalry is back. What a way for Center Grove and Carmel to get the welcome back to the mix and by playing each other next week at Carmel Stadium.
Looking forward to that one. We'll say will tell us a lot about both teams. I'm anxious to be in the new press box at Carmel. Anxious to see both teams for the first time this year. I think both have aspirations of going deep into the tournament, and both probably will. They both are very talented. Anxious to see how the Westfield Carmel game ends up tonight. And it should be a fun atmosphere and great game for us to call.
Other final scores: Danville beats Cascade 34-21. Brownsburg beats Rabun Gap of Georgia 31-15. Zionsville beats Lawrence Central 24-12 tonight. Terre Haute South beats Kokomo 14-7. So 3rd and goal for Southeastern. Again, let's see if they just elect to drop to a knee or run a play here. Handoff goes to Reed, and he will score. Touchdown for Southeastern. So make it 29-14 with 15 seconds left to play in the game.
The offensive line, the stable of backs led by that young man, Carter Reed, really did a great job. And give the defensive credit for HSE. They did a phenomenal job after those first two series of the game of making adjustments and really slowing down that really powerful North Central offense.
And the snap back to Marchione for the extra point try is good. And 30-14. Again, this probably not as one-sided as the score might indicate, but make no mistake, Hamilton Southeastern was the better team from late in the second quarter on.
No, they won it up front on both sides. They brought pressure on North Central's offense, and they ran the ball on, against North Central, and that really, when you can stop the run and you can run the football, you have a chance to win a lot of football games, and HSE has done that over the years.
Other scores to pass along to you. Franklin beats Greenwood 48-34. That is no longer a conference game. Those two now in separate leagues. Westfield leads Carmel 38-28 with 2:10 left to go in that game.
Interesting on that Carmel-Westfield game.
Of course, last year in week 2, Carmel clobbered Westfield, and Westfield came back to get them in the section round on their way to a second consecutive 6A championship. Here's a game that'll get some attention across the state. East Central beats New Pal 14-6 tonight.
That's surprising.
I know it's a big game when the rest of the press box reacts. Marchione's kick will reach the end zone, and my guess is North Central says, all right, let's move on to week number 3.
Yep. I would agree. I think it's, again, you had your chances, and give HSC all the credit. They made the plays when they had to, and a hard-fought win on senior night for the Royals.
Other score I want to mention, Elwood beats Tri-Central 39-0 tonight. Elwood with 20 players wins that game.
Wow.
Both those schools are schools that weren't sure they were going to be playing this year. Good on both those two for playing. Grove will simply take a knee, and that will be that, and the game has come to its conclusion. So make it 6 consecutive in the series in terms of wins for Hamilton Southeastern over North Central. Your final score at Everwise Field this evening, Royals 30 and Panthers 14. Come back. Post-game coverage comes your way next as you're watching an ISC in MyIndy TV.
At the University of Indianapolis, your education is just the beginning. Small class sizes means that everyone gets to know you, your goals, your dreams, and your vision for the future. UIndy empowers you with real-world, hands-on learning projects that transforms your potential into purpose. And it's just minutes from downtown Indianapolis, connecting you to our alumni network, internships, and careers. How's that for opportunity? So, are you in? Your future begins at the University of Indianapolis.
We build Indiana. The Laborers International Union of North America are building roads and bridges to get Hoosiers where they're going today, and a new energy infrastructure that will keep Indiana competitive tomorrow. LIUNA's over 12,000 statewide members also grow local economies, earning good union wages, shopping where they live and work, and paying taxes. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
120 years in the game, our story runs deep. This is a new era. The look is fresh. The style is bold. Still the same pro ball club you love. An Indy tradition since 1902. In a city full of home teams, we're proud to be the original. Indianapolis Indians baseball. Get your tickets today at IndyIndians.com.
Hamilton Southeastern scores the final 27 points of the game, and they beat North Central for a 30-14 win. 6th consecutive win in the rivalry. Hamilton Southeastern has won now 9 of 13 since this series began a little more than a decade ago. Tonight's game on ISC and my Indy TV. Presented in part by the Gridiron Foundation. Growth, development, purpose. Find out more at gridiron.org. By the Indy Card Exchange, now offering in-person grading services. Find out more at indycardexchange.com. By NeighborServe. Visit neighborserve.com/ISC-sports or scan the QR code on your screen for 1 free month of home concierge. By The Pretender, Hi-Fi Lounge, where every night finds its groove. And by our title sponsor, Summers Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, proud to support high school sports. Greg Rakestraw and Lance Scheid, partner, where did this game turn in favor of Southeastern?
Well, I just think up front, HSC did a great job of controlling the line of scrimmage. I still think after the turnover by North Central on 3rd and long, when it was 15-14 and they got the first down, that to me might have been the biggest play of the game. But up front is where HSC won this game.
After a 31-point loss last week and being down 14-3, let's see if Southeastern may have turned their season around. They have unofficially 309 yards rushing in tonight's game against North Central. Colin Kofer's team is better, but they will head to McPlay at 1-1. No easy weeks in that league, and that starts next week at home with Warren Central. We'll take this quick timeout. We'll come back. We'll present our blue-collar player of the game, brought to us by Boilermakers Local 374. We'll bid you a fond farewell from Hamilton Southeastern on this Friday night. Royals win it by 16 as you're watching on ISC and my Indy TV.
Hi, this is Greg Rakestraw, and thanks for watching tonight's game on the ISC Sports Network. One of our brand new partners is the great folks at NeighborServe, and I should know about them because I'm a customer. I'm part of their home concierge service. I know I'm like never at home because I'm always calling a game, but I kind of want my home to look nice. My home was built in 1939. It's got great property value, but you gotta upkeep it. So how do you do that? Well, let the pros at NeighborServe and their home concierge do it for you. They'll handle all the contractors, they'll vet them, and they'll make sure you get the best price for the work that you need done to your home. Oh, and by the way, scan the QR code. You might get a free month of their service. Go to neighborserve.com for more information and tell them that, well, I sent you.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
And little volley, oh my goodness, what a touch for the goal. Jumped over by Lawrence North, and they'll score on it. Oh my goodness, give it to him. Rolls through the lane, and he ducks him. Oh my goodness. Southeastern players celebrating this one. North Central players about to take the short bus ride home and get ready for the beginning of MIC play again. Hamilton Southeastern goes to Avon. North Central plays host to Warren Central. Neither of those will be easy next Friday night.
Not at all. It doesn't get any easier in both conferences. The two best conferences in our state. And again, it's something that's what you want as a young man playing in our state, playing the very best competition, and both these schools do that.
Blue collar would be a good way to describe the effort from Southeastern this evening. Only one player we can give the blue collar player of the game to. It's going to be their lead at tailback, Carter Reed. 4 tailbacks and the quarterback all had success running the football. Carter gets our blue collar player of the game, brought to us by Boilermakers Local 374. Become a Union Boilermaker and be on your way to a great career. Find out more when you log on to local374.org. By our count, Carter 26 carries, 139 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
He was special all night long. He just grinds it out. He's elite. He's got great balance, fantastic vision. He's just a north-south runner, physical at the point of contact. Great job.
Again, congratulations, Carter. Congratulations, Southeastern. Southeastern fans, hope we'll see you in the postseason. North Central fans, a reminder, every one of your games this year is streamed on the ISC Sports Network. Be sure to tune in next Friday night when the Panthers play host to Warren Central. For our television viewers, let's turn it back over to Wish TV News in the Zone. But your game next week is the Copper Kettle rivalry. Carmel will come in at 1-1 after a loss to Westfield. And Center Grove already dropped to Warren Central last week. Have a tough one tonight with Carroll of Fort Wayne. That is our game next Friday night at 7 o'clock. Good night from Southeastern. Royals win this one by 16. Thanks for joining us on ISC and MyIndy TV 23.
Ensure your family's comfort indoor this season with Summers PHC 19-point precision tune-up special for only $69. A tune-up of your system will keep your system running at peak efficiency, help avoid costly repairs, and extend the life of your system. Call or visit summersphc.com.
Good neighbors, great comfort. Summers Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling.
We Build Indiana. The Laborers International Union of North America are building roads and bridges to get Hoosiers where they're going today and a new energy infrastructure that will keep Indiana competitive tomorrow. LIUNA's over 12,000 statewide members also grow local economies, earning good union wages, shopping where they live and work, and paying taxes. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.